It says it's actually recording higher quality. Okay, so let me see. Do you see it live on on my channel?
it says we're now live. Just got the
Is it saying live
notification.
on YouTube?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there we are. Okay, well we're waiting on KB. Let me turn off the this light. I was gonna use the background, but the background, you know how the background be making it look like the Lion King. You be having the stuff around it, so it's like, no. Where is
Right.
KB?
Why does it seem like my light is? Oh, child. Let's set you over here.
Is it 14 people already watching?
Is that what it is? Uh, We are live. Hey,
Yeah,
I see
where's
y'all. Hey,
waiting on
Lisa. Hey, Mike.
KB?
Uh,
Y'all,
oh,
we're waiting on KB to pop in.
I see y'all. Boy, you over there looking all crystal clear and whatnot.
Girl, that's because
All
I'm using the
4K.
I'm using the camera that hold on, let me turn this off. That's because I'm using the camera that my job didn't confiscate whenever they release me of my duties.
Oh, well, thank you, job. Speaking of
Oh
jobs
well.
and duties and whatnot, can you hear
Oh,
my menopause fan? Can you
I
hear it?
thought that is that your menopause fan? Because I thought it was my no. That's I hear. I don't think I hear is my laptop motor going.
Okay, great.
That's it. That's all I
Great.
hear is my laptop motor going. Um, hey y'all. Hey. I see y'all. Hey y'all.
Baby,
Hey
I wish I could put this
ladies.
in grandma fun so I could like really see y'all.
What you mean, grandma font? Where is
Yeah,
grandma
make the
font?
words bigger, girl. Make the words bigger. Grandma fun.
Girl, what is Lord? Where is my baby? Where is my baby? And me and this little top gonna keep popping open. I ain't trying to show out my kibbles and bits.
See, did she text?
What did she say?
No, I said I was checking to see. Wait a minute. Yeah, she
I'll
texted.
do what I can though. Is this KB? Okay,
Um,
okay, so hold on for a minute. What she says.
it looked like she's showing it from her computer.
Okay, she's on her computer. Let me try and send her um the invite again.
Hey, Nikki Hall.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you, Miss
Um
B. Hey,
I'm
baby.
finna
Y'all looking at yes, but can't get in. Hmm.
okay,
Let me
for
see.
Kimberly. Oh, for Kimberly Bonet at gmail.com. Let's send it again.
The first time it was me. Now it's KB.
Right.
Let me see.
Leave it up to Chloe to be trying to do something different. Leave it up to Chloe to want to do something different.
All right.
Just be patient, y'all. We sorry. We sorry.
Yes.
It's my fault.
Man, I
It's
want to be
my fault.
4K.
We tried to pop in here early so we can make sure that we get everything going. I decided I wanted to try and use my Riverside FM instead of using
StreamYard.
StreamYard. Uh and oh, there she go. There she is.
There we go.
There we go.
I was
Hey,
just
babe,
frustrated. Hey,
Hi.
friends.
What's going on? Wait a minute. How hold on, Miss K.
what?
What what we got going on?
Girl,
What?
you know I'm
Oh,
extra.
oh,
That's,
oh,
Listen,
oh,
I'm out the shimmy.
I'm giving,
oh.
I'm giving fur.
All right. Well, it's 8 o'clock. It's time for the Spice of Galentine Live. Y'all
All right.
ready? Okay, we're gonna have some got some rules.
Oh, sucky.
All right, ladies. This is the house rules before we get started. So nobody ends up in the feelings. Number one, keep it classy, keep it cute. Number two, no name dropping. I'm really bad about that. Don't drop your man name. Just whenever you talk, just don't drop your ex name. We're gonna
Okay.
agree to disagree. Don't get in your feelings. No judgment zone. Be honest or be quiet. Keep it fun, not messy in a negative way. Participate. Respect the sister circle. And after the live, keep the conversation going in the community. All right. So first, I
Ooh.
need all of my seasoned sisters to introduce themselves. My name is Chloe Barksdale. I am the middle child of the group.
Oh, okay. Go with it. Go with it. I am Kimberly Bonet.
Okay, okay, okay. That's it.
My name is Kaylani. I'm over 50, and we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna put anybody out on. I'm not gonna say,
Yeah.
that. I'm not
No
gonna
call
say.
outs.
Hey,
We do
All right.
shout
So,
outs, not call outs. We ain't calling nobody out.
yeah, we're not calling nobody out. We're gonna
all
follow the
right.
rules.
So, I'm gonna need everybody in the comments to participate, even if we don't, even if we don't necessarily get to see you because it's gonna be strolling fast. Please participate because we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep it in the comments. So, first up,
Y'all camera look better than mine.
ooh,
I look ashy. I look ashy. Like
why
y'all
do
look
you
so
look
clear.
ashy? Oh, you must be on your iPad.
No, I wish I'm on
You know what you look
my
like for real? You
laptop.
look like those glamour shots, honey. You remember back in the day, people were taking
This
glamour.
phone.
That's you.
She
That's you
do.
right there.
She do. All right, y'all. We're gonna start off with we're gonna start off with the Valentine's edition. What has been your best Valentine?
Ooh.
I had to go back in the
Ooh.
archives. Um,
Blow the dust off the memory books. Let me
Ooh,
finish.
I what?
I know it ain't
Okay.
no. I know it ain't that much. It ain't that much dust on there.
You know, I'll be honest. So, for years and years, I've not been a person who needed Christmas gifts, and I'm not into Valentine's like that. For me, the big deal is my birthday. So, oops.
So you don't even have like one that you can remember.
I mean, men have tried to make it romantic to me, but it's never really took for me. So, I appreciate the gestures, but they'd be the same as any other date to me.
Has it always been like that?
Yeah, I've never cared about Valentine's Day.
Wow. What about you, Kaylani? And she froze.
Oh
Um,
no.
Oh, there she go.
um, my I don't know if I would say the most memorable one would be the very last Valentine's Day that I had with the husband. So
What was
just
so What was so
what's so
special about
special
it?
about it? He's he's not a he wasn't a man that showed like affection. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have to know. I knew you loved me. You did. He just wasn't affectionate. Something that I need now, but then it was okay because we've been together for so long. But that particular Valentine's Day was so different. It's like he paid attention and it was so calculated and so perfect. From coming up to the job, he don't do stuff like that. He'll send something, but he won't come. But he made
Mm-hmm.
a point to come to the job, and I still have this life size card that explained everything, and it's yeah. So that would be the most memorable one.
Okay, so for me, Valentine's Day is special for me for two reasons. I know a lot of people are not into Valentine's Day. A lot of people like they don't care about flowers, they don't care about candy, all of that other stuff. Valentine's Day, first of all, I haven't had a lot of men that have done very much for me for Valentine's Day. I don't know what it is, but of course, my mom's birthday is Valentine's Day, so that's this coming Saturday. That's her birthday. And then my dad, ever since I was a little girl, he always got us something for Valentine's Day. My mom got the big box of candy that, had the nuts in it. We got the little box of candy that had the little nasty cream stuff in it. And she always got roses. And I might get like a single rose or a carnation. So I guess it's been embedded in me since I was a little girl that was just a day that men just go all out of their way. So I'm like, nowadays, is Valentine's Day now you hear I wonder if it's because of social media where they say Valentine's Day is just overhyped, they're trying to spend your money, is this and this. But whenever we were in high school, I remember, my boyfriend when I was 15, 16 years old, and going to the Great American Cookie Company, getting you a big old cookie, and the balloons and the teddy bears. And so I'm like, why is it that the older we get, um those little special things don't matter to us anymore. I hear a lot of women saying that it's not a big deal, but I'm like, for some, I get it. But for others, I'm like, is it not a big deal because you don't want to be disappointed? Or is it just really not a big deal? For example, do either of you, I ain't even gonna ask him because I already know about you. How do you guys feel about receiving flowers?
Bring them. Let me tell you something now. Okay, it's two
Bring them
things
on.
on that. My thought on Valentine's, I got those big cookies and all of that stuff too. But I think because that isn't what I cared for, I always felt frozen. Like I'd be like, oh, thank you. I'm not gonna eat this whole big old cookie. I'm not gonna, whatever. So I think for that reason, Valentine's was kind of awkward. I've always been very practical. Like when I came up in age, I was like, "You want to give me a Valentine? I love that. Yes. Instead of 1 month's mortgage payment, please make two." Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not that girl who was afraid to get in that wallet or have that money spent. It just didn't matter if you titled it as Valentine's Day. But let me tell you something. I have a funny story. Well, not funny, odd story about the flowers. So, yep, I like roses. They're somewhere back there. Y'all probably can't see them. But I do like roses. That being said, I couldn't understand why not so very long ago a guy gave me a bouquet of flowers. And it was a hodgepodge mix of flowers. And he was like, I know you like flowers. I said, oh, I love this. I appreciate, that you thought of that. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if you've seen me liking flowers, you've only seen me liking roses. So why am I getting this hodgepodge of flowers? Like I thought that was strange. To me, it felt like conditioning. And so it's not that I'm afraid of being disappointed. But red flags start coming up when you start conditioning me to things that I don't like. Oh, I know you like roses, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you these flowers, and you're gonna act real grateful. You're gonna no, I'm gonna be appreciative, but I'm not gonna act real grateful. I'm not playing that game. And then I also received, I don't even know what to call it. Is it potpourri on the stem? Like it was some kind of dried flower combination deal. I didn't like it. And it was scented like potpourri ish. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Typically, when people decorate their houses, they might put them in a vase. and it'll just
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking. I know what
Popping?
you're talking about. It's potpourri, like she said.
but
Okay.
it has
When
long stems on it. When you ever see me on a vlog saying, "Oh, I like this, I get this,"
he gave you some dried flowers.
and that's exactly what the coochie was, dried. Like if you thought this was the way, you missed that. You missed the whole mark.
Okay.
She
All
said, "Okay,
right.
that's when I know I've said too much. Let me go on and sit
Mm-mm,
right there."
no, no,
Nah,
no,
you
no.
girl.
Let me tell you, my ex fiance, the girl that he was with before me, he I saw the pictures where he just went all out of his way for her.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever our first year together for Valentine's Day, he didn't get me anything.
I
And
wish.
I seen the pictures in the old album where, she was dressed up and he had all the rose petals and they had the dinner and all of that. So when we he didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. So the next day he gives me a purse because his sister worked at Macy's. And he said that the reason he did it was because he didn't want um he didn't want someone else telling him how to treat me because he felt like he treated me well the rest of the year. So that was his purpose for purposely not giving me a not doing anything for me on Valentine's Day. But the girl you was with before me, oh, you went all out for her.
Right.
And me being me at the time, I was like, okay, when I knew deep down inside that it did bother me. And I think a lot of women, not I'm not saying all, but I think a lot of women it does bother them, but they don't want to say it because there's so many people that are against Valentine's Day. So it's
Mm.
like I wonder if um they're just conditioning themselves to not be disappointed. But then at the same time, if you don't set your expectations,
Right.
if it's something that is important to you, then you should say that it's important to you. Just because it's not important to him. And I tell men all the time, I'm like, okay, so you say that it's a way to just spend your money, but Mother's Day is really the most amount of money that is spent on a single day is on Mother's Day. And then even as far as Valentine's Day, a lot of the men who go on and on about it, you ain't doing nothing during the rest of the year. You ain't doing nothing during the rest of the year. And then whenever you say, "Well, I don't give flowers because flowers die," okay, well, you pay $50 for a steak and you shit it out in about 3 hours. So what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Mm-hmm.
difference?
I think there's
So it's
something to
not.
be said for a man who doesn't want to do what's important to me. Just because it's not important to you, you're not doing it. Oh, okay, good. I'm telling you
Yeah.
now, I've never had a BJ. Those don't matter to me either. So what are we talking about? You know what I mean? I ain't never had one of those. They don't mean nothing to me.
You know what? It took me a minute to process. I'm like,
Not me. I know
That's
exactly.
because my
I'm
computer
like,
is lagging.
you've never had.
I
Well, I
picked
guess
up
you
when you
you.
put that. I
I'm,
picked
I'm,
it up
I'm,
as soon as you put it down.
look.
I think a lot of times though, when you phrase it like that, because men are such sexual beings as they claim, I don't think they're
Mhm.
more sexual than women. I think they just
I don't either.
no, I don't. They just use that
I don't
excuse.
either.
But since y'all say you're more sexual, I'll put it in a sexual way. Since I ain't never had that, I guess we tit for tatting on that one. You don't do
Well,
flowers, I don't do those. We good.
and the thing is that it all goes back to um even whenever it goes to love languages. A lot of people try and love the person they're with in their love language instead of loving the person that they're with in their love language. So if the person that you're with likes acts of service, then and you're very affectionate, but that person's not affectionate, it's up to that person to really come over to your side and show affection. But at the same time, like me, I want all of them. But acts of service is very important to me. So even whenever it comes to Valentine's Day, you don't have to buy. I love the flowers, don't care for the candy, hate going out. It'd be too damn crowded. But if you tell me, baby, let me have your keys, and you go clean out my car and detail my car, Baby, we're gonna be jumping off the dresser later on tonight. It's little things like that. Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about spending a whole bunch of money and candy. It's just a day that's set aside to show a little extra love. So a lot of people, it's
To
like if you
amplify
don't,
what you're already doing. It should
mm-hmm,
just amplify what you're already doing. It should that
but
you already should be doing. Like, and not saying going all out, but loving me properly. Are you loving me
right.
properly? Because if you're loving me properly, that means you're doing the things that's important to me, like y'all said before, should be important to you.
So okay, so let me ask you this: what's romantic to you? Oh, okay, are you a romantic person? Okay,
Uh, yes. Yes.
okay. So what's the difference between the role? Because I've realized that what was romantic to me whenever I was in my 20s is not the same thing that's romantic to me now that I'm in my 50s. So is
Mhm.
have you always been a romantic person? And if you have, is there a difference?
I have not always been a romantic person, and that's because of past trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't really learn and realize that what I wanted and stuff was important until my 30s, to be perfectly honest with you. Early
Mm-hmm.
30s, but 30s nonetheless. Um, so once I realized that I mattered too in the relationship, not like I was dogged or anything. I just am a pleaser by nature. So, and from past trauma, it steers you to thinking you have to do those things.
Mm-hmm.
But once I realized that, oh, you're not going nowhere if I don't, then that's when I was able to let romance kick in, and it and it's been everything ever since. Ever since I figured out, baby, you matter too. You matter too. I don't know if I answered the question or not.
Okay, Kim.
For Miss Kimberly here, I
Uh,
think I think I've always thought I was romantic for sure, but not in a performative way. And I think a lot of times men are used to performing romance, meaning, oh, I opened her door. I walked on the street side when we were, on the way to the cafe. So that's more performative to me. But for me, romance has always been consistency. It has always been honor and integrity. Like that is so freaking sexy to me. I never understand it
yes.
when I have looked over, seen an attractive man, and I've been ready to look away. I may look back later and I'll see, oh, he's actually with someone. But that man had already given me a look, that look that's a few seconds too long. And I
Hmm.
always wonder, on what woman does that work? Because that is so freaking unattractive to me to see a man with a woman. You's about a disloyal piece of trash. You's a
Mm-hmm.
like I that has never appealed to me. So I've always liked consistency and all of that. It's romantic to me to just walk by and feel on my little booty a little bit. We doing that
Okay,
on
pop you on the butt.
yeah, a little regularity of doing that and just a little hug and a kiss and all that stuff. You see I'm upset and you know
Yes.
how to smooth my feathers. That's romantic to me, but I opened your door, therefore I am romantic. No, get
You
on out of here with that. I do
you
expect my
did
doors to be
something
open, to be clear
light,
though.
shivery.
I do like chivalry,
Me
but
too.
that's not romantic to me. That's
Right.
that's to be
That's why I
expected.
said him saying him. Oh, you opened the door. Ain't that what you was
No,
taught?
that's to me that to me that should be a given. To be quite honest,
Yes.
that to me
Yeah, you don't get no
that should be a
award.
given. I don't feel like men nowadays are, even though my version of romance was the Harlequin romance stuff whenever I was younger. But as I've gotten older and I got a chance to actually experience it with someone, he used to do all the things, the surprises. I remember one year for my birthday, he had my we went to, grab something to eat, and he gave my best friend the keys to the house, and she set up. everything. Whenever I walked in the house, I had the candles going down the hall with the rose petals. The music was going. The fireplace was going, and she had ran because he had the garden tub, well, no jacuzzi garden tub, and she had put the rose petals around there. She had put the candles around. It was just, I was just blown
Right.
away that because I'm a very romantic person. So that is like something that I would probably, do for my man. But
Me
to
too.
have him actually do that for me, it was just, mind blowing for me. Even with, sometimes I would, I work real hard, we sold drugs. So I would come home and, he's already cooked, and he would, well, baby, go on in there and take your bath, food almost ready. And then whenever I would come out, he would, fix my plate, and we would sit there and we would talk. We got the candles going, the lights are off. And, even though it was just us talking, it was the attentiveness, it was the attention. It wasn't necessarily him spending a lot of money. It was just knowing how to do the things that really just get me, that just really got me going, paying attention. Because a lot of men, they feel like if they're paying the bills, if they don't cheat, um, if they knock you down, a couple of times a week, that that's all that a woman needs. But for me, I need more. I need more. I'm a very romantic person. So the people in the chat, let me know, are you romantic, and what do you consider to be romantic?
I will say this with regard to you saying the candles and the music playing. Probably, and it wasn't a Valentine's gift, but one of the most romantic gifts I had ever gotten was, and this was way back in the teenage years when, everybody had cassette tapes. Baby, he had listened to the radio and recorded from the radio my favorite songs. And he knew that they were my favorite because whenever we were riding along, I had a little pop in me. That told me he was very attentive. He did all the things like I loved him. As soon as I heard that music play, I was like, what? Not this one too. So that's probably, and what that cost, $3.99 for a cassette tape. I don't know.
Girl, that was one of me. I always say that. I even say that puppy love is the, we talk about puppy love, but puppy love is the most genuine love there is, because you haven't been tainted by, life and stuff like that. Because just like you said, I remember when, the guys used to record off of the radio, even though we had to listen to the people talking and stuff, record off the radio. And
Yeah.
the slow jam, what was it called? The slow jams, get the booty tape, or something like that. But it was like they really was think, even whenever it comes to sex and intimacy, and that's that we can't go too deep in that. But it was like whenever we were younger, men were more attentive whenever they knew about foreplay. Now they just want to look at titty, stick it in. And back then they was kissing your neck, they was kissing your ears, they was
Because
kissing
it
the back
wasn't
of
no
your knees.
internet.
Huh?
It wasn't no quick gratification back then. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't, you can go on the internet and find ass and titties like it's right there. So and you can send a quick message and or like a couple of pictures and now and shoot in the DMs. We didn't have all that back then. So you it's like when you don't have certain things, you're able to appreciate certain things. You got to put in the work because you got the only other way you would see other females is if you're physically there. So you would have to physically go out and see all these other females versus now you don't have to do that. You look at some of the group chats, y'all know I'm in the barbershop regular. I see the guys passing. Man, you got that picture I seen you and said, hey, motherfucker, fine and some bitch. You see how you like, man, you done reduced that down to a motherfucker. Hey,
Man, I'm telling you, they don't look at too much porn,
yes.
and then they use porn as their tool of what it takes. And then the thing is, I know how to please a woman. No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. Because if I'm
A
saying
woman.
right there, if I'm saying right there, and then you
We
move, you don't know how to please a woman because you don't even be listening. A lot of times they just go for what
and
they
all women
think.
ain't the same.
All women are
All
not
women
the same.
require different things. So how can you say you know to please a woman, not every woman? Like you don't know everybody. It's everybody requires different things when it comes to that. Sirs, if
Okay.
you're watching,
Okay. So here's a question. Since Kim brought up songs,
Hmm.
what is w- give me two of your most favorite romantic songs from back in the day. You can only choose two. There's so many to choose from, but you can only choose two.
you first.
Uh-uh.
Oh, you did ask Kim. So okay, Kimberly. Oh Lord,
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry.
Kaylani.
I'm
Mhm.
Um,
sorry, boo. I'm
I'm
sorry.
going with I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson's jam. What was that? Lady in My Life. You will always be the lady in my. That was a jam.
Yes. Okay.
I
Okay.
literally heard it when you said that's
I
crazy.
did too. I heard the music come in.
Dude, yeah.
Okay, everybody in
The
the chat, let
instrumental.
me know your two most favorite romantic love songs. Okay, what else can you got? One more.
It's gonna be Luther Vandross. Just about anything, but we'll go with a house is not a home.
Mm, okay. Kaylani.
Two of my favorite, my absolute, I won't say absolute favorite, but two of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite is True. I will always love you. I will
Mm-hmm.
always. That was my
Hmm.
jam. And Promise Me by Luther. Promise Me. That's my all-time favorite song by Luther. That is, I can listen to that over and over again.
Okay. For me, it is We Both Deserve Each Other's Love, LTD.
Hmm.
And With You I'm Born Again.
Hmm.
Do y'all know that? Have y'all that
Hmm.
song? That used to be my karaoke song. I can't sing worth a lick, baby, but honey, I drag somebody up there to sing that song with me. But it's just so many. So today, if
So
you if you
many.
really if you really thought about it today, when's the last time you saw a real romantic song today?
You
This
didn't like
that's
WAP? That didn't do it for you.
Girl,
Hmm.
there's not even where's the dance floors in the clubs? Like where's the dance floors to dance to the romantic song that you may hear? That, no, they out there. what?
what's this?
What is the,
What,
that's what you see now, and
is
all
this?
that, what I don't even know it.
What's this?
I am over that. I'm over that and the eating. Like, what? Why are we doing this? Like, where is the romantic? Why are we not slow dragging no more? Why?
Mhm.
I
That one
will
step,
say,
that little, that body roll. What happened?
I gotta say, Princess Adore is also up there.
Baby,
I might have to kick
baby,
Luther out and put Adore in there. Believe it or not, I
baby.
gotta
You
kick
can't,
Luther out.
nah, you can't kick Lou
I
out.
might have to.
You can't kick Lou out.
I forgot about
Oh my
Adore.
God, that's girl. I could. Oh,
When
Oh, somebody
Prince
say, "How
died,
deep is
that
your
hurt my
love?"
little heart.
Yes. Huh?
When Prince died, that genuinely hurt my heart. Like my phone was blowing up. There's not an artist I've gone to more than Prince. Like every time he came to Kansas City, I was going. I've seen him so many times, but yeah, that hit me.
hmm.
Now you know, Babyface was like the ultimate for me. His song "Where Will You Go?"
Well,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Ooh,
Oh my god,
yeah.
Hmm.
baby, let me tell you
Oh,
something.
baby,
I had
that
that
was it.
sunbird. I used to have that sunroof back. That is when you got the good speakers, the Bose speakers, and you playing that, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and you
It's
just
Girl, that
rock,
riding
song
now.
bring tears to my eyes.
baby.
That was one. That was yeah.
That was it. That definitely was it. So this is something that a lot of people they think it's the same thing, but I'm gonna add, I'm gonna start first. Courting versus dating. I don't think that been a long time since I've been courted. And I don't even know if men even do men even court women. I know people think that the flowers and all of that. For me, courting is just consistency. Dating, I can, date, we can go out to date. I can talk to you today, don't have to talk to you for a couple of weeks or anything like that. But for me, whenever you really start showing consistency, whenever you're calling and we're talking on the phone, because I'm a phone person, all that texting, I can't really get to know you. I need to hear the highs and lows in your voice. Um, I need to feel giddy whenever the phone rings. When I start feeling giddy and we're sitting and we're talking and you're making me feel like you really want to know about me, you want to know how my day is going, you want to know about my past, my plans, my future. You inquire about how is my book going that I'm working on. To me, that is courting. That is showing intentions. But I feel like anybody can date. Anybody can date.
Very true. I guess my southern family, we didn't do courting. We was courting. When
Yeah,
somebody
with
come a
Colton.
call,
Yeah, Colton. Go.
when
Yeah,
they come a
Colton.
calling or they come a courting, courting really, then yeah, I'm with you. That's what I said before. For me, it's consistency, and I think one of the main reasons I like it is because I've encountered a whole lot of fake people in my little life, but you can't fake consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't be done. You can.
Woo.
Time will always outlast it, and I don't. I got time to spend waiting on consistency.
Yeah, consistency is something that is and the thing is, it's like, and I say this all the time, even like I said, it goes back to social media. Social media has really destroyed dating. To me, it has destroyed relationships because it's like your head is on swivel constantly. You got so much access, so much stimulation. It used to be a time whenever every time I used to go in quick, every time I used to go to Quick Trip, baby, somebody was trying to holler at me. Men don't even try to holler at you whenever you're out no more. They use online and social media as a means of trying to meet a woman. And so he got a whole bunch of women in rotation. He can't focus on one. So it's like you meet him and he's all into you for a couple of weeks. And then as soon as you start reciprocating and showing your interest, here comes the 180. Here comes the 180.
She getting too attached.
No, he got a whole okay, I got her going.
Mm-hmm.
I got her right. So let me
Spinning
go over here and
plates.
work on this one because I don't planted this one. Let me go over here and work on this one. Whereas before, even when it comes to texting, the good morning texts,
Oh, I can't stand
you
them,
you, you can send out a good morning text to 20 different women.
and that's why I can't
But
stand them.
right.
And
But
then you
before
don't
we
even spell the
you had
words
to pick
out.
up
You
the
put
phone.
GM. You
Yeah.
be like GM beautiful. I
Uh-uh.
mean,
Let me
it's
tell you,
true.
my
But
worst one is YWYD.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. I know I find out that you're the type of person that likes to
what
text a
you
lot.
doing, me?
I just stopped texting. I stopped responding. You'll start realizing that my responses get longer and longer, and you get a lot of people and women. We have to also be accountable because a lot of us agree with a lot of things, and we're very outspoken with a lot of things that men say. Because I'll say that I'm cool with texting. That's just a quick little catch up to see how your day, but I want to talk to you. And then hear so many women's like, I don't like talking on the phone. I rather text. I mean, women our age. So how can you really get to know someone whenever you're just passing text messages? How can you have a whole conversation when you're just passing text messages?
Can't.
Hmm.
You can't.
You can't.
But I think too, a lot of times men hide behind us because if you were to try to delve deeper, you'd find out that water is shallow, and they
Mm-hmm.
know that there's not much there, and they're not trying to, because when you're trying to spread it wide, you can't make it deep. Depth comes with a person. They trying to spread it across however many people.
And the thing is, you can learn so much about a person whenever you talk to them because there's a lot of very bitter men out here. And if you was to
Oh
sit and
yes.
just have a conversation with them, and it's another thing is like men will say, well, they don't want to take you out because women just want to do this and women just want to spend your money and this, that, and the third. If you sit down and you take the time to have a conversation with her, then you will know if this is someone that's worthy of your time. But you spend all your time text messaging because she got a fat ass
Mm-hmm. DMing.
and DMing. So would either of you approach a man at in
Mm-mm.
our age? Would
Absolutely not.
you would approach? Okay, so
Absolutely not.
everybody that's in the chat, let me know, would you approach a man? So if you're out somewhere and you see someone that you find attractive, how do you get his attention?
I'm open to taking a look and then looking away. That's about it. I'll let you know that I'm open to it. If I was previously facing that direction, I might twist my body toward you, let you know I'm open to it, but my eyes still stay over there. I'm not going to stare you down until you doggone come. No, I'm not doing that. But, I'll give you a little peek, see what's happening, and look away. But I'll turn my body that direction. It's up to you to pick up on the signals. You don't pick up on the signals and you don't have the courage to come over, you're not going to be okay with me anyway because I'm soft spoken. I'm even soft in a lot of ways, but I have requirements and I don't kind of dance around them or sugarcoat them for or with men.
I'm one of those people. If I see someone out that I'm interested in, it's like women don't know how to. Women are so abrasive and so forward. They're not demure. So it's like they don't. With me, I'm gonna look, hold your attention, and then look away,
Hmm.
and then wait a little bit. Then I'm gonna look and look away. And if by that time you don't want to, because a lot of men won't approach. A lot of men have said they don't approach women. They're not going to approach women. So I'm like, how are you guys meeting women? Now they expect women to approach them. So if I done gave you all of those cues and you're not gonna, you don't want to get up and come talk to me, I guess that connection never be made. Because
Hmm.
I'm not an aggressive type of woman. I can't do
Same.
it.
What you got,
So
Same.
Casey?
ladies,
I'm not
hmm?
approaching a man, and even if you look nice, I'm not even giving you eye contact. Like I know, y'all. I'm different.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a minute. You won't even give them eye contact to
no,
let them know you're
no, because
interested?
I don't care about. I'm not attracted to a look. I'm attracted to character or whatever. So if it's something that he said that caught my attention or how he moved, just you being attentive to the bartender or whatever, making sure that they're good. Like I'm looking at more of those things than how you look. Because you can go outside getting a wreck, it looks go out the window. But I need more. I need more than that. My 20s, 30s, and 40s is that's cute. I might be like, oh, okay, he cute, but that's yeah. I
I'm
need more.
clocking it all. I'm looking at the man. I want to know, are your pants sagging? I want to know if you're hanging out with somebody whose pants are sagging. I'm looking at every bit of it. If you're hanging out with ragamuffins, then I know that that's your tribe for real. You might have cleaned up for the night, but what's in your ear is a ragamuffin, and he's going to come up with some raggedy ideas for you. Like I'm clocking it
Yeah.
all, but I am also paying attention to, do you tip the server? Are you courteous?
Yes,
How did you
exactly.
speak to the valet? So I'm
Mhm.
All those things are
watching all of
important.
that. But don't come over to me if your pants are sagging. Don't come over to me
Mm-mm.
if you want some, yeah, so I synced you over there and I was going, no, no, that's a waste of your time, sir.
You get on flip
Sir,
flops and
respectfully.
socks. We somewhere decent. Even
Mm-hmm.
if it's a sports bar, you get on flip flops and socks. So you just look like you
I
just
know y'all
walk.
done met a
You just
good
look.
looking man before, and as soon as you met him, you be like, "What happened to the dude that was sitting across that was looking good and was quiet?" And you like, you done opened up your mouth, you done said all the wrong things, and just oh,
Well, for me, I've always, of course, I like attractive men. I've had most of my boyfriends have been attractive, but for me, it's just a certain aura about you. Even during the 112 days back in the day, men stand out there by the bathroom. They trying to holler at everybody that go by. They pulling on everybody that go by. I've always liked the man that sits back and is just chill. He just
Baby,
chill.
that you can say
He just
everything
so
without
cool.
even open your lips. I
Baby, he
love
just
it.
cool. Is it? I mean, he could be with five of his boys, and they just rah rah running their mouth, trying to be seen, whatever, whatever. But he's the one that's just sitting back, just chill, because he's the one who's going to scope the scene, and he ain't trying to holler at everybody. He gonna scope the scene, and then he gonna just pick one. That's the one I want. And he may not be the cutest thing in the bunch. Now he gotta have some type of swag to him. But he may not be the cutest thing in the bunch. But the ones who constantly got their head on swivel or tapping their boy, look, man, look.
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah,
don't,
I
I
I've
don't care how
always
good
said,
you look.
I've always
Hmm?
said he doesn't have to have the looks, he has to have the look.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a certain look that I'm attracted to.
yes. Woo!
I remember one time one of my friends was surprised that there was a guy that she liked or she was attracted to. He was driving back in the day in KC. We had a park called Swope Park, and we used to drive in a circle, continuous circle, talking about for hours. We driving in the circle. We sitting out on the convertible. We on the hood. We on the trunk of the car. We doing all the things. Just riding in the circle, trying to be seen. But I always still sat inside the car. I wasn't that girl that it ain't a rose parade. Like, what is we doing? But she was attracted to the guy who was driving a very nice car. And I saw the passenger and I liked his energy more. We would find out later the driver was dead broke. That's all he was driving the car of the man who was sitting in the passenger seat. Like he bought a nice car, but he's just sitting back. He couldn't see as well and drive. And so we ended up talking later, and later I found out it was his car. And he was like, "So why weren't you attracted to the driver? Because all the girls was hollering at my boy." And that's exactly what he was looking at. And I was like, I don't know. You just emitted a certain kind of energy that I liked.
Hmm.
So when you hollered
Yes.
at me, I was interested.
Right.
And that's how that worked out. But it's always not about the looks for me. It's always been
Right.
the look. It's a look of confidence. It's a look of, you know, you don't even have to have all your words grammatically correct. You can come over to me and conversate. I don't mind that too
You
much.
can talk
Not
like
not
Steve
not
Harvey.
converse, not converse. He can
You
conversate.
can talk like Steve Harvey. It's
Hey, you can come conversate. But I want to know what is it exactly you're talking about? Because I
okay.
mean, you ain't gotta conjugate all your verbs for me.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you ever been out with your girls and you see a guy, he's attractive, whatever, and you all agree that he's attractive, but it's basically almost like she said, bingo, like that's hers. And then he approaches the table, and when he approaches the table, he's not even interested in her. He interested in you. What's your next move?
I'm not interested. I've never done my friends like that.
But the thing is that you all found him attractive.
Hmm.
None of you guys know him, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
going on and on and on about him.
Yeah,
None of y'all know him, and then he approaches the table and he starts talking to you.
yeah. If she's my friend, I still don't go for it. It's never been that deep to me.
Okay, and y'all throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat for me.
This has happened to me. Now, our only thing about it is I didn't I didn't pay attention to he was attractive because we were going. It was somebody that she just met, and we were going to this place. She was just, and I was already out somewhere, and I just came to meet her, and then we walked in, and I didn't know that was him at first, and our eyes just kind of locked, and I was there, and he was buying drinks for both of us or whatever, and I guess she noticed that he liked me, and she was just like, look, I just met him. If y'all want to talk, it's fine. So it was like she gave me the okay, like, and we're still friends to this day. Meaning
Yeah.
So
him and I
so
are
it,
still
oh, so
cool to
you and
this
her
day.
are not even friends anymore
No, but it had nothing to do with
with that.
that.
So
Yeah, it had nothing to do.
as long as what if she would not have given you the okay?
I wouldn't have noticed him. Like I.
Mhm.
I y'all, I be so in my own zone. Like I wouldn't. I noticed him because he said something. He made himself noticeable. It was just like you was like everybody else in there. I'm here with her. I don't
Mhm.
got tunnel vision. Like tunnel vision. I think I had just came away from some heavy stuff and just needed to get out. I think that's how her and I end up linking up. And she was going to meet that friend, and it was just like, it's like y'all had the chemistry. She's like, I'm good, you know. So it wasn't like, ooh, I like him or anything. It wasn't like
Mhm.
that. It was just like we were all chilling, and then his conversation started coming towards me, like asking me different things and whatnot. So
Okay, so everybody that's in the chat, you tell me what would you do
I didn't hear
if
what you would do though.
I've had that happen. I've had it happen a couple of times, but remember, we need to go back to how I said that I would always, um, I was more loyal to my homegirls than it was to guys. And I've had this one homegirl, and we used to, when I say we used to run the streets, we used to party. But she was one who would go all out of her way to get attention. And so it was like with her, it was something, it was different. For example, this one guy that I made, we used to be in the motorcycle club, we was, ride bikes and stuff. And so he was on, we was at a set, and he was on the other side with his homeboys, and he kept looking over there, she and I, and me and her both noticed him. And so when he walked up, she almost just like jumped in front of me to say something to him. And he basically said, hey, how you doing? And moved, kind of like moved her out the way, and came and started talking to me. He and I in a relationship. But it's just the character of the woman that she was, because that's not the first time that she had did it. She had did it when we used to go to Dugan's to watch karaoke. And it's this one guy that used to be at Dugan's. He used to sing all the time. He's always sing Sarah Smile. I used to love to see him smile. And he was about as black as his microphone.
Hmm.
And I love him chocolate. I,
That's my
I love
type. That's my
I
type.
girl, that's my type. That's my type. And we had been seeing him we had been knowing him for a while. And then one night we were sitting up there talking, and I was like, oh my God, I just think he is so sexy. She had never mentioned him before. Never, he was not even on her radar. But whenever I said that, I think probably about two songs later, he got up to sing Sarah Smile. Baby, whenever I say she was all trying to get all the attention, he came over to our table. She doing all of that. In those type of situations, baby, it's free game. It's free game because you ain't loyal to me, so why should I be loyal to you?
Mm.
But for the most part, I'm one of those people. I know that everybody's not like me. I'm the type of person that if we're out and we all find a man attractive, and I think he's attractive, and I say I think he's attractive, if he comes over and he chooses you, girlfriend, go for it. But I know everybody don't feel like that. I'm like, I don't know him, you don't know him. He has a right to choose whoever it
who you
is that
want?
he wants. So I don't feel like you should, if none of us know him, he choosing. Like we said back in the day, he choosing. So he chose. I can't get mad. You shouldn't get mad. Why should I block my blessing just because you saw somebody that you found attractive who you weren't even on their radar?
Hmm.
So for me, I guess it would be just it would be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit more different.
Y'all
I
see
hear
So,
you.
Coco?
hmm?
Y'all see Coco in the chat?
No, I saw you speak to her, but I didn't see her.
Coco in it. Okay.
Yeah, Coco in the chat.
Hey, non Z Lady 22. When you say same, when you're saying same, Chloe, what you're saying same about? And
Somebody who
yes,
said
Sheba, I love me some dark chocolate. The blacker I like them blurple. When I say I like them blurple, I like them blurple.
What complexion was your father?
Kaylani color.
Interesting.
Kaylani color with
Brown sugar.
with hazel brown eyes, yes. But my mom was chocolate. But I've just always like, I don't know, I've always been attracted to chocolate men. I mean, he can be, he can look like McGilla Gorilla, but if he chocolate, I'm gonna look.
Now you can't scare me. I'm not all about looks, but you can't doggone scare me.
Right. I
It
need to
can't be
be
reverse
able to look
cowboy
you in
all
your
the
eye, look at you and not.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to be able to look at you.
Okay, so this is something that is very personal, but if you want to answer it, you can, but you don't have to. But I'm gonna go with you, Kaylani. Why did you choose celibacy?
I don't know if I chose it. It's almost like it
Oh, it
chose.
chose you. Wait a minute, wait a
It
minute,
chose
Kaylani,
me,
where
you know.
you going?
I had to pick something up.
It's like it. Yeah, it chose me. It's
It chose
to
you.
me at this point. Yeah, I know. I'm stimulated mentally, so you. And then the things that they don't talk about over 50, your body changes. It does, and when you bring that into the equation, you like, oh, I am getting older. Okay. Not because she ain't performing like she need to, but it's just some things. It's just not the same that people don't discuss. But yeah, I didn't choose it. It chose me, and I just rode on, lean on into it. Yeah.
Mhm.
KB.
I got knocked over by the dust storm. So many dusty men came along and just dried that coochie right up. So I don't know if I got chose by that or I don't know how you call it, but it's a dust storm out here. Tumbleweeds, everything.
Thank you, Angela.
So no
It's a
situation, no,
pleasure.
no. So neither one of you would be down for a situationship.
No, it doesn't benefit me.
What about circling the block for somebody you know that can knock the dust off that thing? Ain't no relationship, not
So
trying to get back together, but you know he can knock the dust off the thing.
I've never done it, so it just doesn't appeal to me still.
circling back, not for sex. It's been so long. I no, I need wait. No, no, because now we get the awkward thing of what you about to do afterwards. Late, no, 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 no. I tried. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I tried the maintenance man thing, but it was like, um, you like it's 3 o'clock in the daytime. Why is you calling me to see what I'm doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. That don't go with what we have here. And it was just, he even said, I feel used. Why? When we talked about this, we talked about what's needed and all that. Why do you feel used? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, it was too, yeah. So that's when I realized, let me just cut it off. Yeah, it was,
I can't think of like one person that could that I would want to knock the dust off because it's just the last few years it's just been so disappointing. So it's not anybody out there that if I had the urge, there's nobody out there that could, because it's like most of them now, the thought of you touching me makes my flesh crawl. So it's
Baby, these comments is hilarious. If y'all see me looking down, I'm laughing because she's. I was in a situation. He got on my nerves with all that texting.
Right.
I know. Like, what? Why?
men won't admit it. Sometimes they won't admit that they want more. And whenever they run up on a woman who can compartmentalize her feelings and it
Mm-hmm.
just be, that's whenever they start chasing. That's
Mm-hmm.
whenever, men feel like, but whenever he can't get what he wanted, you just blowing him off, you're not paying him any attention, you just want to hit it and quit it. It messes with their ego. They may
Ooh.
not admit it, but it messes with their my ex. Whenever he and I first got together, it started off as a situationship, and the first time that we got together, um, I went home that Sunday, and like that Wednesday, he texted me and he was like, "Well, goddamn." And I'm like, what? He say, no, no call, no text, no nothing. And I'm like, me personally, I was like, I'm not gonna set myself up to be hurt. So that's why I didn't call a text. But we ended up in a situation for a whole year before we got into a relationship. But men catch feelings too. They just don't want to admit
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah. Cause baby,
Easily.
yeah. I literally had him programmed in my phone as the maintenance man.
As what? The maintenance
As the
man.
maintenance man.
I remember that book. Was it Michael
I
Basin?
Mike,
I think I,
yes.
I think I might have that book over there. That's whenever I first
Yes.
really got into reading black
Black
books.
author. Mm-hmm. Same.
It's
Okay,
hard to
Yep.
find
so
some good ones now because everything is. I met her Tuesday, and by Wednesday we was in the bed. Thursday we were in love, and Saturday she pregnant. I'm like, come on, y'all
oh
got to
hell,
change
oh
your
no no no
course.
no 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 no. So do y'all think the situationships has caused the decline of relationships?
Said, I'm sorry.
I
What?
said, what you I
Girl,
said,
I
do
still
you
got me
think
look at these comments. She said I cut off a friend with benefits because he started asking for money.
for money?
He
That
started
ain't a
asking for
part, baby.
offering.
That ain't a part of the benefits. No.
See what I'm talking about with that dust storm? Did you blew right on in there, just like that there? Just blew right in.
Yeah. Baby, me and this does sleep well.
Mm-mm.
I ain't got to. I don't worry about nothing.
Mm. Okay, you froze.
And
Okay,
even like when I meet people, that they think I don't really like them.
why?
I
Because you
froze.
just you just real cool.
I froze.
No, you bad.
You back?
You bad, baby. You bad.
I'm just. I
You
my
bad.
my Kimberly tattoo. My Kimberly tattoo says I'm a mystery, so I ain't easy to read. So you trying to figure me out, and they be intrigued by that.
You
Is
know
it
what? I was just talking
trying
to
to
a
see?
girlfriend about that earlier today about being easy to read. And she was laughing because she was like, you are absolutely one of the hardest people to read, but I'm also very good at reading. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
Huh?
yes, ma'am. You are and is and
That
is.
But she said that, and
frown.
it was funny because I told her one of the things that I don't really have is an ego. Like a lot of people, you're gonna respect this about me. You're gonna. I have never had a problem with somebody thinking I'm dumb. Doesn't bother me at all. I can stay quiet in a situation. I can watch you fail and flounder. It don't bother me, not none. Like as long as you're not affecting the things that matter to me, which is my money and my family, you can have your way with a whole lot of stuff. But once you start crossing that line, that's when the beast comes out. But yeah, we were talking about it because she and I used to also work together. And she was like, oh, yeah, you had that administrator fit to be tied. You know, she didn't know what to do with you because you couldn't figure out this. You couldn't, yeah, I couldn't figure out anything she wanted me to do her way. So it was kind of interesting, but I've also been that way in relationships. I don't mind being dumb. I'll watch you and see you do whatever. Because what I find to be interesting is a lot of times when people think you're less than them, whether it's less intelligent than them, less, bold than whatever the less is, when they think you're that, they seem to show their personality more. And I love to let people reveal themselves to me. Good pastime of mine is people watching. Situationship started men wanting to call, uh-huh. Yep.
So I personally feel like, and I'm gonna go back to thank you, darling. I'm gonna go back to what someone I can't remember who said it.
Angel
Um,
Pierce.
but okay, so we got two conflicting things. Someone said soul ties are real, and I definitely, I truly, the older I have gotten, the more spiritual I have become. Um, I truly believe in soul ties, and they are very much real. And but then someone said soul ties can be destructive. Angel, tell me why soul ties can be destructive. Did you tell me your reason why?
Walk me back for a second, though, Chloe, because a lot of times I find that people have different ideas of what a soul tie is. Some people
Hmm.
think a soul tie is someone that you may have exchanged DNA with, and now you're linked to them in that way. Other people think a soul tie is someone that no matter how much you move on, you haven't quite moved on from that person.
Hmm.
Whether the sex was bad, medium, whatever it was. So, what is a soul tie? I want to be clear.
Well, for me, it is. I've been in relationships and been with people, but for me, I can tell when it's a soul tie. Is very, you can be in a relationship and you know it is what it is, but for me, it's something very spiritual. It is a certain connection that I've had with a person where it would be like, going back to my ex, even though we was doing what we was doing for a year. um I might not hear from him for, like, we might get mad, fall out with each other, and I might not hear from him for 2 months. And then I would just wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it'll start in less than 30 seconds later, he's calling my phone. Or I could be, it was like we could finish each other's words. It was such a spiritual thing. And I remember one day, and sex does, it is comprised of sex, because there's sex and then there's making love. And I didn't really understand the difference in that until I was with him. And that was definitely a soul tie that took me like 5 years to untie myself from here. It's a soul tie to me is very spiritual. But one thing that I will say that I'm not going to necessarily call it, well, I am going to call it soul ties, but it's a different kind of soul tie for me. Um, I'm one of those people that believe that every time you lay down with a man, he takes a piece of your spirit. That's how I truly feel. Because a man enters a woman, he ejaculates in you, so he's leaving his spirit in you. When he withdraws from you, and he doesn't come back, that's a piece of you that he takes with him. And it's the same thing that I believe whenever a man deals with multiple women, he brings all of that negativity, that energy, he brings all that stuff, and he imparts it inside of you. It's just, to me, it's just, sex has become so spiritual to me. Whereas before, of course, you and I, Kaylana, have been through the same things. So with us, we were able to, I'm not going to say necessarily separate from it, but we weren't as emotionally attached to it because of what had happened. And it's like, once I experienced what I experienced with that person, whenever I hear people say that kissing is more intimate than sex, and I'm one of those people. I'm like, how can you letting somebody inside of your body? How can something that can create life? How can kissing, which we was doing in the corner in the 10th grade, in the corner kissing and all this other stuff, how can it possibly be more intimate than letting somebody inside your body? But
I don't know. I've seen and heard of incidences where spending the night talking all night has been more intimate than having sex for 15, 20 minutes.
I mean, the thing is, it just depends on your mentality. I mean,
Mhm.
it is a that's very intimate. Having a sitting and talking and for hours, it's very intimate. But for me, I value myself more than I ever did before. Whenever I was younger and whenever I was going through what I was going through, sex didn't have any meaning for me. But now that I have, pretty much healed from that, that's why it's so easy for me to be celibate. That's why whenever I'm in a relationship and we break up, I immediately go into celibacy. A lot of people say, the best way to get over a man is to get up under another one, or that. But for me, I need a complete cleanse of you. I need to be cleansed of you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually before I can start dealing with somebody else. So sex is very, very intimate for me. And whenever I had this conversation not too long ago on Facebook, men our age would be like, nobody don't want that old ass pussy. What the fuck you waiting for? Nobody don't want that old ass pussy. Okay, well, I care about me. I'm not just because you look good and you fine and you done bought me a couple of dinners does not mean that I owe you something that I feel is very intimate to me. But a lot of women don't feel like that. So I feel like for me, sex is well, it's not even sex. Well, yeah, sex. Sex is more intimate for me than kissing. I can kiss you, but that don't mean I'm gonna give you some of this.
See,
But then
I'm just
some women that'll say
I'm
they'll
totally
kiss.
opposite on that.
So
I'm
there's a
totally
lot of women that
opposite.
say they'll have sex with a man before they kiss him.
Or cook
Um,
for him.
I totally opposite on that only because of again past trauma. Kissing wasn't involved with that with the whole
Hold
the
on for a
intercourse.
second, Kay. Is it just me, but you're a little bit hard to hear? Is it
That's what
just
she
me?
said earlier. What about now?
That's
Can
better
I
when you
hear?
get a little closer.
Okay.
Closer.
Kissing is more intimate for me than sex because sex in parts of my life wasn't what I wanted. It was taken from me. So for me, I didn't even really kiss really y'all until like in my 30s. Like I didn't it became if we kiss if a guy can tell you I kiss it's because I he made me feel safe and I trust him. So I just wasn't kissing everybody. I wasn't having sex with everybody either, but for me that was the only oh Lord, I'm trying not to say it without crying. That was mine.
Hmm.
What
It was sacred.
yeah, that was that was tampered with and it kind of messed with me. So it's like, but kissing, that's mine. I'm in control of that. Yeah. So that's the reason why I say kissing is more intimate to me
Hmm.
than sex. Hell, I
Okay.
had a maintenance man that I could have just had sex with. We didn't kiss. We didn't kiss. Get your ass away from me. I'm not kissing you.
Okay, so we got one more, and then we're gonna go to the smash or pass,
Oh,
rapid fire smash or pass.
I'm
So the
very
next
afraid of
question,
the smash and pass. I don't think I know what it is, but I'm a
smash
fear.
or pass, you're gonna find out in a minute.
That's why I'm afraid. I like to know in advance. I'm like a lawyer in that sense. I want to know the answers before I ask the question.
Mm-mm.
But no,
The
okay.
question's gonna come. So,
Thank
last
you.
thing, has toys replaced boys?
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Nope. And I'm still
Everybody,
mad that I was
everybody in the
a
chat,
couple of months
everybody in the
ago
chat
old.
has toys replaced boys?
Mm-mm.
Because
Okay.
you hear so many women say, they talk about a battery operated boyfriend. I can make
What
my
woman
own
you
little
hear say
stuff.
that?
Baby, my cousin used to say that all the time. And I'm like, ain't no way, baby. I need somebody to lay on my. I need some weight on my back and some hot breath on my neck. There is toys can never replace a man. But there are some women who are like, they real quick to say that they got they roles, their
You know, so they do it.
Coco, you got a toy. Your toy ain't Philip.
She say no toys, baby. No, ma'am. Nope. They do
Oh,
nothing for me. Yeah.
okay, so y'all put it in the chat. Has toys replaced boys? All right, y'all. Y'all ready for the rapid fire smasher
I
pass?
don't think I am.
But you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And I need everybody that's in the chat. I need you guys to also answer in the chat whether it's gonna be a smash or pass. And it's just real quick, real quick. Y'all ready? How we gonna go? How we gonna go? What order we gonna go in? Because
You
we ain't gonna
tell
go
us.
back and forth. Okay, we're gonna
Just
go from Kaylani to Kim, Kaylani to Kim, Kaylani to Kim, Kaylani to Kim. You ready?
Can Kimberly
Kimberly.
get in on it too?
Kimberly, Kimberly, Kimberly. A man who calls every night just to check on you.
Damn. Wait,
Huh.
wait. Okay, when you said smash it, I'm thinking. Oh, okay.
Joe dirty,
He
sick, out the
calls
gutter.
every night
Yes,
to check.
yes.
Okay, I smash.
Okay.
Smash.
I'm gonna pass on that. That's all you doing. You want what's
No,
checking on
Kim,
you?
Kimberly,
No,
Kim, you
no.
reading too much into it. You
You
reading
read
too
too
much
much
in it.
into it.
You reading too much in it. Uh-uh.
Yeah, you read that.
Mm-mm.
I
That's
need
one
to
of the
understand.
characters.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like you is you
No, no, no,
growling?
no,
Your
no, no,
stomach
Kim.
is
No,
growling.
no, no, no. Are you
That's
passing?
what. That's
Are you,
KB.
My
That's where I was going with.
my
It.
stomach
Wait.
is growling. My lights are flickering. I
no,
need
no,
rest.
no, no, no.
Hey,
Okay, next. Smash or pass, splitting the bill on the first date.
absolutely the hell not.
I
No.
guess that's a pass, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the word.
that's a pass.
Kaylani.
Pass. Pass.
Okay,
You
everybody
asked
in
me.
the
Really?
chat.
Okay. Do you know my analytical? But
How are
Splitting the
you not
bill.
answering?
That's definitely okay. The first one, a man who calls every night just to check on you. Um, well then Kim, you are right because I'm one of those people. I don't want you to call me every night when we first start talking. So that's gonna be a pass for me.
so
A
you
man that
hold,
calls
hold
every
on. We can't want somebody to if he's calling to check to see how your day was.
a man
You
who
can.
calls every night just to check on me.
It
I'm
was
gonna.
the jest.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I think
about
it
from.
should be.
You know what?
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
thinking
should
about from
be.
the beginning. I'm thinking about from the beginning because I'm one of those people. Don't start stuff that you can't
You can't
continue.
keep
Don't
up.
start stuff you don't
I,
plan on continuing. So
but
men
your
will come at you hard and fast and get you love bomb you, get you all caught up, like I said, and then here
you doing
comes the 180. So
you
no pass. Mm-mm. I don't want you to.
okay.
It was
Okay.
the just for me.
No.
Like you didn't just want to know if I was hungry. You didn't just want to know if I wanted to go out. You didn't just want to know if I wanted to go out and listen to music. You
He just
just
want
want
to
to know.
check on you.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
good. Pass.
Okay, so are we so we're analyzing this before we answer.
Okay,
Okay, now we're here. If
that's
that's
what
the case, I'm
that's
passing
because
too.
you asked me whenever I told you pass. You was like, so you don't want that. I told you pass.
That's why now that we're analyzing
Pass. No, we're
everything,
not analyzing.
I'm
Passed.
passing. I'm
Okay.
passing. I'm
Split the
passing.
bill on the
I ain't keep. I'm passing.
split,
I'm going with my first
okay.
answer.
Splitting the bill on the first date.
No, pass.
Okay. A man who sends good morning and good night texts daily.
Pass.
Same.
Dating a man 10 plus years younger.
Oh, dating, sure.
Yeah.
You got to say smash Kim
Uh,
Burley.
Smash.
but I'm not smashing.
Smash it.
But yeah, no,
Yes,
just say
that's
smash.
it.
Just say smash or pass.
Smash or pass? No,
Kim,
smash.
you smashing or passing?
I'm smashish. I'm in between.
Okay, I'm smashing.
I'm
Because
in
it said
between.
dating. It said
Cause you
dating.
y'all
It said
analyzing the
dating.
question
So
because it depends on how you
I do the 45. I do the 45. I do the 45.
Dating
Okay.
important.
I go out a date with a man that's 45 years old. So I'm smashing. Dating a man 15 years older.
Yep, I could do that.
yeah, I can smash.
Smash Kim
Oh,
Burley.
I keep forgetting to smash your passing. What's it called?
Hey,
Smashing, but not smashing.
Kaylani,
I smash it.
I'm passing. A man who still follows all his exes on social media.
How would I know?
Yeah.
Just ask, well, it ain't no question. It's just it's are you smashing or passing?
I'm a pass because you got to be sloppy for me to know. I don't go looking.
Okay.
The jury's still out on that. I don't know because that's again this me analyzing. I don't really know how to answer a question without analyzing. So I'm sitting here thinking, apparently y'all not on bad terms because they haven't blocked you. So because you couldn't follow them if they blocked you. So I don't know because I I I, I the exes I
While she's analyzing, Chloe, what you got?
Pass.
I pass just
Pass.
because you're sloppy. I'm really not a person who goes
I'm a
investigating.
pass, pass,
But I will
pass.
say this, when we get into the we live together and all that stuff phase, there is not a door, not a cabinet, not a phone that can be locked in my house that I can't access.
I'm
yeah
one of those people too.
same
I'm I,
I
I'm
may
same
one of
never
I,
access it,
same.
but I
I'm
can
one of
if I
those
want to.
people. I'm one of those people that I don't get this privacy thing because before we had we had cell phones. Where was your privacy? But it's like now it's like this is mine and this is yours, and that's what I see a lot in relationships and marriages. This is mine and this is yours. And people say, well, if you go looking, you're gonna find something. But my thing is, if you go looking in mine, you're not gonna find anything. So I would think if we're in a relationship, I go looking in yours, I shouldn't find anything. But I'm the same way, Kimberly. There shouldn't be any, especially if you're married. Me personally, there shouldn't be no. You can't touch my phone. You can't use my
I ain't
phone.
gonna say you're not gonna find anything. I've had exes leave letters on my windshield. I've had like I can't control that,
I'm no, I'm
and
talking. No,
I've
I'm
gotten
talking.
the heat
But
from
the
that.
thing is, if I go through your phone, if I look in your phone and you having a conversation, that's totally
You
different.
slob.
You can't
Mhm.
control what somebody else do, but you can control
True
what you
that.
do.
True that.
You control what you
Can
do.
can your man be friends with his ex?
Yeah, if that's the mother of his kids.
So not if he's not the mother of the kids.
Yeah,
I mean, they can be cordial, but y'all don't need to be talking. What they got? Y'all don't need to be talking on the phone, hanging out, kicking it, none of that. And she damn sure don't need to be coming over to the house for Thanksgiving and Christmas because some mothers are messy and will do that. No,
and there's that
I,
on
I
that.
only asked because I just recently hung out, well, a couple of months ago with my ex and his wife. Like we sat at the bar and just chill. Like she don't have anything to worry about,
Did
you
y'all
I mean,
know.
run
but the thing.
into each other or set it up?
Oh, it wasn't set up. We definitely ran into each
Yeah,
other,
that's different.
but
Okay, let me
he
ask you this: Do
but
you and your ex?
he sat in the middle. He made when he bought her a drink, he bought me one. So it was like
But does he call you? Does he text you? Does he reach out to
birth
you?
birthday maybe once a month to check on me or whatever, and me check on his mom or whatever, one maybe once a month, but definitely birthdays. It's like, hey, what's up? No, it's not. There's absolutely nothing.
Kim, how
Uh,
would you feel about that? How would you feel about your man checking on his ex once a month?
I can't even imagine it. Like I don't have an ex that even applies to, so it's hard for me to see it.
that's
But I will say I've had exes who call and check on me, and I couldn't care less about getting back with them. So I was
yeah.
listening as
Like
she said that
he
and
is
trying to
literally
imagine it
like
the
a
other way.
brother now. Like he's like a
Mhm.
brother. I don't. We so far
I
past
used to
that.
be one of those people that was very proud of the fact that I was friends with all of my exes. We were all cool and I was such friends with them. But now that I have gotten older, I don't have a reason to even be friends with you guys. I don't even have a reason
Yeah.
to talk to or communicate with you. Even, the ex that was um well, I didn't tell everybody about it, but I think I told you guys about it whenever he sent me the inbox saying that I need to work on my ass because I was losing too much weight. Did I tell you guys about that?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, he got blocked. Y'all know he got blocked. He got blocked on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, cell phone, every way possible. All the accounts that he could be blocked, he got blocked.
As he should have.
Mm. Okay. Um, going on the first date to his house.
Absolutely not.
Somebody
Okay.
say, "Hey, Lottie, you
You
so
walk in
much
that
more
house and
mature
find
than me."
Ted Bundy
What
on
was
the
the question?
envelope.
What was the question?
Going on the first date to his house.
Mm-mm.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. A man who says I'm not ready for a relationship but still wants exclusivity. Exclusivity. Exclusivity.
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah.
pass.
I'll
Okay.
Next
smash
question.
on that. You can be exclusive in the block section. You sit there all by yourself. It don't get much more exclusive than that. Go on now.
Pass.
Rekindling with rekindling with an ex who has changed.
What? His clothes? What he changed?
Mm-mm.
Okay. A man with no social media at all.
I barely have any, so I can't judge.
I'm not judging. I almost prefer it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, because y'all date somebody who doesn't have any, because some people think that when somebody don't have any social media, that means that they got something to hide. Because there have been people who have been seeing somebody that didn't have a social media and come to find out they were married.
I didn't really just get on social media like that until I started my YouTube channel. I
Mm.
wasn't just like, I had
So
pages, but I wasn't just like out there like I am
so what did you
now.
have? Did you have the MySpace and the Black Voices and the Black Planet back in the day?
I had a planet, I had a MySpace. With I can't go with a live song on it and stuff. Remember when you used to click on that on MySpace and your jam come out? Oh
Baby,
man,
you can set your MySpace up, baby. You can set it up.
yes, yes, yes. I had a Black
Okay.
Planet account.
Long distance relationships.
I prefer it. I
What's considered long distance for you,
pass.
Kaylani?
Baby, you can live in Egypt. If it work, it work. I just, I, yeah. Now I'm not
Kimberly?
saying the whole time of the whole throughout the whole relationship, but yes, a part of our relationship could definitely be, oh man,
Okay, so
uh,
so
long
if
distance.
if if you live in Texas and he lives in um I don't know, New York, DC, what are you gonna do whenever it gets serious?
We'll figure that out when we get there. You know, because in order for it to get, because I can't really just say that's not a. It just depends on the relationship. For us to get serious, it we have to have been and had those hard talks. Those, we have to really. It's much more than a vibe or a connection. It's way deeper than that. So, um, I don't have nothing holding me here.
So you
I
would
don't.
move. So you would move.
I would move or he can move. It just depends on how it's flowing. What makes sense to our future? What makes sense? Do it make more sense for me to be there or do it make more sense for him to be here? So it just depends. But I'm definitely open to a long distance relationship because people get on
Kimberly?
my nerves fast.
It's unfair for me to answer that because I've never been in a long distance relationship with someone who was of average money. Like I've been in a long distance relationship with someone who had money, and so we flew a lot. It wasn't so
So
long distance. You know what I mean? So that kind of I don't know that I know what that's like.
well, anybody you're gonna date is probably gonna have, well, ain't no probably gonna have money. Let's just say, that's an option to be able to fly and see each other. So the question is, could you do it?
Oh
Like,
yeah, I could fly all
could you
day.
do? Yeah,
I can't fly American.
I'm with it.
But
Okay, okay, question, Kimberly, for you. This is for you specifically. If you didn't have the responsibilities and the ties that you have right
hmm
now,
hmm
and you met this awesome guy that lived in another state,
hmm
would you would you leave Kansas City if he
easily.
asked you to? If he asked you to, and he said he was going to take, well, you're going to do your own thing anyway, but you would leave Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm not that tied to KC or the Winters.
Yeah, you guys can have those winners. You
Yeah,
can
he
you
can't
can
fly me to Minnesota. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Mm-mm.
Okay. A man who's very nice but not physically your type.
Oh, I've been there. That's cool.
Yeah, smashing.
They look about the
Pass.
same when the lights turn
We're
off.
waiting on your answer. We're waiting on your
Pass.
answer.
Pass.
Hmm.
I'll pass. Just because you are nice, I meet plenty of nice men. But I don't really have a type, but I have to be attracted to you because I'm one of those people that I don't care how nice you are, if I don't want to be bothered with you, I can be a very nasty and mean person.
I think
Just
I read that wrong then because I've met men who were fine. I was not
mhm,
attracted. Like
mhm,
they open their mouth and I just there's a difference between being attractive and me being
mhm,
attracted.
mhm,
So I'm attracted to people who interest me. So if he's not physically my type, that's not the biggest
Hmm.
deal in the world to me if his personality is hidden. But he can be my perfect prototype. Just to give you an idea of what I find very sexy, it would be a Morris Chestnut. So I've seen
mm,
men
mm.
who are as sexy as Morris Chestnut and they open their mouth and I can't stand to be around them. So it's just, yeah,
Y'all,
I misread that
I
one when
don't
you
like
asked
a
me.
I don't like a overly athletic built. Like, I don't like a overly athletic person. Like, I like you thick and solid, but I don't you don't have to have a six pack.
So if he was fine,
Oh, I
fine,
like a six
fine,
pack.
and nice, you wouldn't be attracted to him.
It you have to define your my version of
That's
fine.
what I'm
My
saying.
version
You
of lit.
say
Like
you say you don't like a muscular.
yeah, I don't like you bodybuilder. You ain't I don't need I don't need that. I do love arms, but I don't have to.
Would you? Okay, you guys are talls, and I'm kind of like a small, and we all wear heels. Would you date a guy that even in your flat feet was 3 or 4 inches shorter than you?
Depends on what he's coming with, because I've met some very mean short men,
Yeah.
and I
I
don't
mean,
want to
usually
be
they
tainted.
usually have Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, I don't want to be tainted against other short men, but I really have to fill out his energy.
Yeah. Same.
I'm
Pass.
like, some of them short men will make you pull out a
What you
tool.
say, man?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Hold on. You short. So what's so you
Exactly.
Somebody got to clean the streets for us tall women.
Exactly.
okay.
I'm already. My dad was 6'2". My one of my brothers was 6'3". My other brother was 6'6". So I just naturally gravitate to tall men. Now I've dated men
They
who are like
passing, baby.
five.
They passing.
I've dated men who are like maybe 2 inches taller than me. I've dated men who are at the same eye height sight as me. But somebody who is like this, I gotta admit, I wouldn't respect him.
Girl,
I
if he
mean,
that much shorter than you need to
You
holler because he
wouldn't
getting
date
guinea
car
pigs.
seat. You would
huh?
if he
No,
could date
I don't
car
want no man
seat
who
height.
whenever we sitting at the bar at the bar and his feet swinging. I can't no.
That's car seat height. Yeah,
Or
we
he
can't
can't.
do
Or
car
whenever
seat.
we sitting at the bar, he got both of his legs and he wrapped them around the legs so
Spoon.
because he yeah
Hmm.
no, no I couldn't. A man who wants to talk on the phone every single day.
For a minute.
About what?
Hmm.
You can
Like
talk for a
about what?
minute.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I call a man that wants to talk on the phone every day, especially all day? My
Hmm.
girlfriend.
Right.
Okay, so that's a pass. That's a pass. Dating someone who lives with family to save money.
Hmm.
I didn't understand the question.
Okay, I need everybody to put that in the chat
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Dating a
Okay.
man.
There is an exception to the rule. I'm gonna say pass originally, but if your mother stays with you're saying they stay with them. So if their mother is like elderly or whatever and he's taking care of his parent,
I said it. Dating someone who lives with family to save
pass,
money.
pass. Pass.
Kimberly.
I'm good on them.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
that's a
save
pass.
you more money. I don't want you to waste it taking me out and all that stuff. Go on now.
I don't want to date nobody. I can't come to your house.
Period. A man who asks you what you bring to the table.
Oh, that's absolute pass.
Pass.
Okay. Sending a man money, even if he says he'll pay it back to you.
Pass.
Hmm.
Y'all starting to see why I'm single.
A man
Pass.
who's a great provider but not romantic.
A great provider is romantic to me, so I'm
Yeah.
good. Ooh, you're so sexy.
I'll probably smash it. Yeah, I'll smash it. A man who's very romantic but financially unstable.
Pass.
Pass.
Piddly pass.
Yeah.
I already know the answer to shooting your shot first. That's I'll pass for all of us. Okay. Dating apps in 2026.
Never been on one, so I don't know what that's like.
You've never been on it. You've never been on like Plenty of Fish or Tinder or were you on
Never
Black
been.
Voices? Well, Black Voices and Black Planet was a dating app, so to speak.
Mm-mm.
Anybody in the chat would be on a, oh, everybody passing.
Everybody
Okay.
passing.
A man who double
AI,
texts
AI scaring everybody.
a man who double texts if you don't respond.
Pass.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of my norm. The way my job is set up, sometimes I don't text during the day, so I ain't tripping out.
So if he texts you and you don't respond, and
And he
then
hit you with a hello.
hello with a
Oh,
question
that's what
mark.
that means.
Yeah.
I thought it meant I would like to go out. So what do you say to this restaurant? Okay, I
Mm-mm,
misread. Yeah, that's a pass
mm-mm.
then.
Yeah.
A man who wants access to your phone.
Pass.
What are you looking for? My cash app here, baby. I did tell you. I'm not tripping.
That's gonna be a pass. That's gonna be a pass. Um, Dating a man with three or more kids, still in school.
Oh yeah, we passed on that.
In what school? In high school?
Whether they're in high school.
Oh yeah, I still passed.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm passing. I'm
I'm
passing.
passing. Dang.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm passing.
a man who takes hours to text back but watches your stories.
Pass.
Pass.
Is stories on Facebook?
And
Facebook,
Instagram.
Instagram,
Ah.
TikTok. No, they got stores on TikTok.
Mm,
She said, mm.
Um, Going
that's
50-50 in marriage.
I've
Going
done
50.
that. I'm not doing that no more. It didn't suit me.
Okay, you ain't never did that. So what about now?
I'm not going 50-50. I'm not going 50.
Anybody else going 50-50? Because I hear a lot of
I'm
women,
not,
I hear a lot of women that are real quick to say they don't have a problem with going 50-50.
I
They
don't think
don't
so.
have a problem with going 50-50 on a date. Here's an
I'll
example.
I
contribute
mean,
in a marriage.
yes,
I'll
I would definitely.
contribute, but we're not going to
But
call it 50
not
50.
splitting down the middle. Not if the mortgage
You're
is
gonna have to take care of that
not the
mortgage.
mortgage $2,000 and I give $2,000, you give 2,000. I mean, I give 1,000, you give 1,000. The
You know
light
what
bill is
absolutely drove me crazy is I've seen a couple that did 50 50, but the earnings weren't 50 50. Like the
right.
man was out earning her by some $30,000 and he still expected 50 50. And I just had to pull it to the side. I said, you know what? I honestly am not a person who steps into covenants, but I'm going to take the minute to tell you this. That man don't like you. If he is making $30,000 more than you and he still wants you to contribute 50-50, plus you're doing she was doing the majority of the child rearing, the majority of the house cleaning. She not only set her and the kids' appointments, she set his doctor's appointments. I said, yeah, that's a man that don't care for you. And come to find out he had a whole nother woman, and that's what that extra money was going toward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
That's the other reason why all that, like, I appreciate women who are, oh, you shouldn't be after a man's money. And I'm not after a man's money. I prefer a man's heart. But let's be clear, most
right.
men, where their money is, so too is their heart. So if a man is not investing in you, he's not interested in investing in you and things like that, man is not interested in you. You can cut some of that to the quick.
I can't even see
So
how that'll work. Me
yeah,
giving
for
you
that
half of the
reason,
mortgage.
that's how
It
that
And you
that's
want
how
me,
it,
I
it
can't respect you. There's
well, the thing
no,
is that marriage benefits. It's I mean it's a proven fact. Marriage benefits a man more than it benefits a woman. A woman gives up so much whenever she gets married because most of the time she the one who doing all the cleaning. She has to carry a baby. Oftentimes she's the one who's dealing with the child the most.
she give up
Oftentimes
her
she's the
last
one who's doing all
name.
the cooking. He gains and we kind of like lose, especially if I'm paying. I ain't know. I've never ever lived with a man and paid 50-50. The men I
I
lived with
did,
didn't,
and I'm
they
gonna
didn't
tell
want
you,
me.
here's the problem that I know I fell into personally. I have, for most of my life, dated bad boys. I have, for most of my life, dated men who truly took care. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to step outside of that. This is a very nice gentleman. No, he doesn't have a whole lot of money, but he loves me down. The whole blase skippy that goes with that. And so I was contributing. But what ended up happening is I'm a hustler by nature. So there's a way for me to earn more money in this. Let me go on and get to the more. I even tried to show him and talk to him about how he could, too could earn more money, but he just was not a hustler by nature. And so in that vein, we were uneven, equally yoked. And so next thing I know, jealousy came into play and other things like that. In his previous marriage or relationship, he had also been with a woman who was not particularly attractive. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I say that because he wasn't accustomed to men looking at his woman as much as later happened. And I'm not even saying I'm the bomb.com, but I am saying that when we would go out and we put on the rags, other men would look at his woman. He did not feel comfortable with that. So there was another jealousy factor. And it was just so many things. Whereas before, the bad boys I had dated before, whether they were attractive or not, they were used to having a certain caliber of woman on their arm and they were used to handling that. And so there were so many spaces and places where I saw the gaps. And that's when I just had to pull back and look, Kimberly, you're not built for a just nice guy. He's gonna have to be a nice guy who comes with a certain amount of dollar, a certain amount of swag, a certain amount of confidence, a certain amount of, and it just that's just what it is. And it almost puts a bad taste in my mouth to say that because it sounds like I'm being a woman that I'm not really, but I'm being realistic. This is coming from a place of experience. So for that's how I ended up getting into more so of a 50-50. But for now, baby, no, miss me with that. I'm gonna save us both some headache.
Kimberly, that's one thing that I so respect about you is you let it be known. I expect there's certain things that I expect because I feel like Black women, especially, have been beat down so much by society, saying that we go all out of our way to prove that we're not gold diggers, and that's where the 50-50 come in. And I feel like a lot of us have truly been brainwashed, and a lot of us also don't know what it feels like to have a man be a provider, to be a protector. And so once like I grew up with, my mom worked at General Motors, my dad worked for the county. My mom made more money than my dad, but he was still the provider. But it's like with me, how can I respect you? You want me to submit to you. You want to be the head of the household, but you want me to split the bills. I can't do it. I can't do it. But that's one thing that I respect about you, Kim, is that you say, look, you got to have some money. You got to have this. You ain't got to be rich, but I'm not gonna mess with no broke man. And it's a lot of women
Because
like
it's
a lot of
uncomfortable.
women, a lot of women are like, well, it don't, money don't matter. It doesn't matter if
That's
this.
because they don't believe in themselves enough to attract and pull and keep that man. That's what I find to be true. A lot of women who say that, they don't really mean it either. Because here's what I have. Honestly, I'm speaking on experience, and I swear people are going to think something different of me. But I'm going to take one example where she wasn't my friend, but the two men were friends. Okay. They were teammates, so we're both going out with a professional athlete. I'm dating this guy. He's not my man. That was her man. Here we are on this date, and he's talking about you got this much dollars on it. You got this. That's your whole man. This is a multimillionaire, and he's asking you if you have some money on this date. I was outdone. The guy I'm on a date with looked at me. I'm looking at him like I know that ain't what the hell we on, and he just shook back like, no, that's not what we're doing. So it just, I feel like that was a woman who didn't understand her value and her worth as well. Because ain't no way you over here making 50,000, he's got a couple million, he's asking you to split anything. That, I just thought that was insane. And y'all are in an actual relationship, so I
Men do what
feel
they can
like
get away with. They do
Yeah,
what they do what you let
yeah,
them get away with.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I 1000% agree. You can't get away with too much of it.
Hmm.
I was looking out.
And I
You
know
know.
that's true because I saw him spend a ton of money on a stripper on the night that that woman
Mhm.
wasn't with us.
We can go back to Shannon Sharp. How Shannon Sharp always talking about what he won't do and this, that, and the third, but you spending $25,000 per cheek for a 19-year-old.
For a woman that called you ugly, she called him
And
everything but a child of God.
you don't set her up
He
for
got
life.
paid to call you ugly.
She don't retire from OnlyFans, honey, because she done got millions. She barely 20, and
And
she done
without
got
knowing that
millions.
woman, I can tell you she will never sit on a black peen again for the rest of her life.
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm,
am pretty sure of that. I don't even think she likes. And that's the other thing that drives me crazy. You see so many men turning cartwheels and flips and everything else for women who don't even like you.
mm-hmm.
And they've been clear about it for most of their lives, but along you come and they flip the script for just a second, for just a financially beneficial second. Y'all might not remember this, but I'll never forget. It was when Love and Hip Hop was first out. It was the episode in New York. And I don't remember the people, but I'll never forget there was this white woman. And she was on there and she was arguing back and forth with the black woman. And she flat out said, yeah, but I'll still be white, so he'll always want me. Or something to that very much effect. I will never forget that. And I thought, oh, I cannot wait for this man to see this. I got to watch the reunion because by then I know he's going to see that footage. Do you know that man was still with that woman? And
Mm-hmm.
she said other things that pretty much let you know that she don't really mess with black people. She just messed with this black man, who by the way was rich. And I just thought, wow, if that don't tell the whole story right there, that made it pretty plain. Pretty plain.
Of course, you guys know I'll be in these groups, so sometimes I'll be sending y'all stuff. So I'm in this group, um, and they be posting a whole bunch of just ignorant stuff. And what was posted was basically this girl, she posted, and I'm like, I can't believe that you really posted this. She said that she went out with a guy on the first date, and said that when the bill came, first he said next time we go out is your treat, and then he asked her to leave the tip. And she asked the women in the group, matter of fact, it's black women something. She asked the women in the group, she says, have you guys ever experienced that? And I'm like, hell no. But what blew my mind was, okay, she said that she went ahead and she left the tip, but she wasn't sure if she wanted to go out with him again. But there was a lot of women that were in the group who said that, well, he paid for the dinner, so I wouldn't have a problem with leaving the tip, and I don't mind treating. So how would you guys handle that? I already know, but go ahead and say it. Say it in the chat. How would y'all handle that?
Go ahead, Kaylani. Get him.
I was saying you go first. Um, I'm already out, and oh, we're out, and we've eaten, and you paid the tab, and you asked me to pay the tip. I probably would do the tip if you don't tip, especially because I believe in tipping. But you would never hear from me again. You'll never hear from me again. That'll be it. Because I'm not going to leave the experience without the person being tipped. So I would, if you're not going to tip, I'm gonna look at you, with one of my looks. Like, are you are you joking? What? But I'm not gonna not let the person get a tip because he's an asshole. I'm not. So yeah, I'm gonna tell, and I'm going by my business.
Hmm.
Deuces, ain't. Don't ask me where I'm going. None of that stuff. No.
Well, y'all finna be mad at me because my answer is gonna be hell no.
Yeah.
Matter
The
of
person
fact,
that
matter
service
of
have nothing to do with
matter,
it.
but the thing is that he didn't say he wasn't gonna leave a tip. He asked you. He said, since I paid, you should leave the tip. Because men
Which
try you. Men try you.
which
Men
is
try
what he
you.
should. If he don't leave the tip,
I'm not even gonna know
I'm
if he
gonna make
don't.
sure I'm gonna make sure that person get tipped.
I'm not, you know
But
what? I might even come back and ask them. But for me, as soon as you ask me, number one, if you say, well, next time you treat, and then you say you
no,
can leave the tip, I'm gonna just slide my phone in my purse, slide my chair back, and get up and walk out. I'm not even finna have a conversation with you. I'm not, because men test women so much,
Like
so
I
much.
said, the bouquet of flowers, not a bouquet of roses. The dried potpourri, and yep, I agree.
Men test women so much. Even whenever we went through this thing, I don't hear about it as much anymore. But they watching, what was it, Brooklyn Finest, and it was this big debate years ago about if a man opens your door, should you reach across and open his door? And men were saying that it's selfish for a woman not to reach across and open the door after she don't open his door. And there's a lot of women who co-signed it and say, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. If you come around and you open my door, you're being a gentleman. Me reaching over and pushing the door open for you or unlocking the door for you negates everything that you ever done. And if you think that I'm selfish just because you were supposed to be a man and open my door, and I didn't reach across the seat and push your door up and open your door up, then we don't need to date. But it's a lot of women's like, I don't have a problem with that. And that's why men treat us the way that they do now, is because we co-sign and we go along with everything.
I look at a lot of dating like limbo. How low can you go? Can you go to the flow? Can you go to, like, whatever it is that you've done that's low? They want to see if they can get you go just a little bit lower, just a little bit lower, a little bit lower again. Don't tell a man you've been cheated on, because here he come. He wants to cheat too.
We
So
talk too much.
yeah,
We talk too much. When you first meet a man, you just pour the woe is me out, baby. He cataloging all of that. He
or some
cataloging all
women
of that.
even think they're doing it in the opposite. I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't putting up with this again. I ain't doing that again. I'm not. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, he's saying, "Oh, so you did do that, okay?" And you, oh, okay, we good then, because them is all the trifling things I
and I
plan
don't
on
say
doing.
shit. I let
Mm-mm.
I let them talk and tell me everything. I don't say shit. They be thinking they know everything about me. They love you. Let them talk, and you show any interest, like you, they baby, they'll talk and tell everything. Lie, end up telling you the same lie. Oh yeah, yeah, just a few minutes ago you just said you like cherries. You don't like cherries now because
Mm.
it,
Okay, next one. Posting your relationship online.
I can post my status, but I wouldn't talk about the details of it.
no, it's a hard no for me.
So if you
No
got into
status.
a serious relationship, you would change your online status to in a relationship.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me at all.
Okay. Would you post pictures of you and your significant other?
Neck down, maybe. Hand, his hand handed me roses or something, but face now.
Okay,
No,
Lana, you said you're not changing your status at all.
I'm not changing my
Okay,
status, and I'm not posting no picture. Not no arm, not a hand, not a finger, nothing.
I don't want to seem like I don't want to seem like I'm jaded, but at this point, with everything that I've been through and also observing the things that I see, especially in this group, sisters, is this your man, and stuff like that, baby. I'm not changing my relationships. You're not gonna know that I'm married. I got a girlfriend who is married, and they have like the best relationship. Her page still says single, his page still says single. The people who know. She posts a lot of her cooking because she is an amazing cook, but she never posts her husband. And I used to be the type that whenever I was in a relationship, I wanted everybody to know I was so in love. I want everybody to know who my man is and blah blah blah. But the way that these men be out here making you look like a damn fool in these streets, I said before anybody really know who I'm with, other than seeing me out, we'll probably be married. We'll probably be married. I've said if I ever get in a relationship, I'm not changing my status. I'm not going to say I'm not going to change my status because you know what? That'll be a conversation that he and I will have to have. Because if and then there's people that I know where one person is has tagged the other person, but when you go to the other person page, it don't say anything. So it would be a conversation we would have to have. But if it was left up to me, no, I wouldn't. I would not change. I wouldn't even.
I
I don't
don't
even.
mind
For,
because it
for,
shifts energy. Like sometimes when you enter a room and men think you're single and you're portraying yourself as single, there's a certain energy that comes toward you. That's not to say it all dies down when you say you're married, but you're more aware of men who are aware. You know what I mean? Like I would say that if I say that I'm married and a man is still hitting on me, I already know you's a cold piece of trash. But if you don't know that I'm married and you're hitting on me, now I'm being bothered because I haven't told you I'm married. So for that reason, I like to block that energy. And then if
Mhm,
you still hit on me after knowing I'm married, I treat you differently.
mhm.
You know what I mean? So
me
I'm just,
being out
I like
telling
being
someone
candid.
I'm married, that's one thing. Me bringing my if my married on social media is totally different to me.
Oh no, I
Like
wouldn't
yeah,
display my marriage,
yeah.
but I'm going to
I'm not
make it clear as you
yeah,
approach me and have a conversation with me, you are talking to a married woman.
married. Yes,
So we're not going to
absolutely.
ask questions like what type of underwear do you wear? What type of, we're not doing that because you're talking to a
Right.
married woman.
Yeah. I just my relationship ain't for the world. It's for me, and I don't want to say unfortunately. I'm on social media now. I'm a content creator, so I'm on several platforms. You ain't signed up for this. You ain't signed up for this. So I don't want to. And sometimes everybody that watch you ain't for you. So everybody, oh, how did she get him? How did she seems so they seem so happy. They're taking trips and all that stuff and all that. No, uh, mm, no, I'm good.
Could you date somebody who was had a large social media following?
Yeah, I've done that.
I dated my husband was he didn't even have social media, but he had a big following. Like,
No, but I'm talking about in this day and age with social media, because a man that has a lot of social media following, um, he's gonna get a lot of attention.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't. I wouldn't say I would. Like I said, I dealt with that just without the social media. I dealt with that.
Well, how would you feel if the man that you were dating you're not posting him, you're not changing your relationship status, but
He
he
ain't got to
changed his
pay.
relationship status, and what if he wanted to post a picture of his woman
No,
on his page?
no, no.
Yeah, we're still neck down in it.
Yeah, because here's the deal. Before we get to a relationship, you're gonna know all these things about me. You're gonna know all, so you can decide before we even get in this relationship if this is what you want or not. But I just no. I don't have nothing to prove to social media about my relate. Our relationship is ours. You don't have
I
no.
think some people are genuinely curious about some things, though. Because I'm going to say, back in the day when Barack Obama was just a representative out of Illinois, and I heard whisperings of him being interested in running for presidency, one of the first things I wondered is what color is his wife? So if all I saw, and that's just a curious thing for me, I want to know. But if all I saw was, them holding hands and it was just a picture of their hands, that would have solved that much of a curiosity for me. But it just there's a difference. Like, I'm gonna be candid. Let's just have an honest conversation. It rubs me funny when there are some men who are so pro-black and black this, black that, and your wife is as white as paper. It's a little bit strange or off-putting to me. So I like to understand who I'm getting behind before I can get behind them. So for that reason, yeah, I'm curious about different things that are going on. Like me right now, if people think I'm a chill kind of woman, but right here in my background, you saw bruh man from the full flow walking back there, getting a beer out of the fridge, scratching his anus and all of this other stuff. Would that not change just a little bit of what you've been thinking about? Like,
Did you
people
say
want to know
scratching his what?
his
His
anus.
anus, girl.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me to get behind the person, I kind of want to know what's behind the person.
Oh,
So I
somebody said talking
understand
black but
that kind of
sleeping white.
curiosity.
Ooh, baby.
What'd you say?
Yes. She said talking back black but sleeping white.
Yeah. I want to know. I'm just curious like that. So I respect the fact that other people might want to know. That's why I said you can see a hand. Yep, he black. If that was what you wanted, he black. You might see a
Okay.
rollie on his wrist. You was wondering if he's broke. You know, we looking at the sweeps hand though. We want to see, does it really sweep or is it TikTok? And so if it's some differences we looking for. And people might disagree with that, but yeah, I do wonder those things.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the messy segment because we've been on here 2 hours and I'm supposed to be in there 2 hours. So the messy segment is called Sis Be Honest.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here are the rules. Each sister must answer honestly, no long thinking, no safe answers.
Who is
Must
she
choose
talking
an
to,
answer.
Kaylani? Who in this don't do long thinking? Who is she
Look,
talking to?
must choose an answer, no skipping, no over explaining. I just negated everything when it comes to you two. Audience vote.
Two?
Audience vote. Look, audience votes and comments too. Okay, here we go. These are the questions that's gonna stir the pot. These are the
Hold on.
dating
Before we stir the pot, let me stir the pot.
what?
People in the chat, y'all tell me who do the most over explaining? Who do the most over
Out
explaining
of us.
out of the three of
Probably
us?
Well,
me.
wait. Hold on. Let me
Who,
pull
who
up
do
my.
the
It probably no, no, you know what? Actually, I don't know, Kimberly. Today
I,
it might be me, but some days it be you.
what?
Some days it be you.
Girl,
Some days you want to be talkative.
I be trying to make things clear.
Wait a minute. When we be in the sis, when we be in the sister chats, I come back to the chat, and y'all have had a the longest conversation, and I gotta listen to the voice notes, and then I gotta scroll.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay,
I'm
y'all
gonna
ready?
say all three of y'all.
Hold on.
All
Someone
of us.
just asked about speed dating. You know what? I want to do that just for giggles and grins. I lost that comment, but someone asked, oh, there it
Mm-mm.
is. Miss Lex Lex. She want to know, have y'all participated in speed dating? They just had an event in
I
Houston.
have not, but
I
I
just
would
want to
do
go
it.
because
I
it's
would
fun.
do it. I
It
would
looks
do it.
funny. Y'all got meta glasses. Y'all should really do it.
Oh, but they light
Who
up
got mad at us?
whenever you turn it on.
They can see it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, one thing that I am planning to me and my homeboy are planning to do is probably going to be in May. Because he does like day parties and stuff like that. So one thing that he and I talked about last week is I want to do it's going to be a day party, but it's basically each person brings a person of the opposite sex that they think is a dope person that they are not romantically tied to. So that will make it even. It'll be the same number of men and the same number of women. And me and my cousin came up with this some years ago. It was called something meet my friend. I forgot what it was. It was called meet my friend, but it was like we was gonna do it at the house and like maybe pick like 10 or 15 people, and each person brings a person of the opposite sex. So it'll be even. But that's something that we supposed to be doing like probably in April or May. Okay, so let's move on. Could you date a man who makes less money than you?
Date,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm cool with dating them.
date.
Okay, could you marry him?
No.
No, I'm a school teacher. You gotta be downright low. God, dog.
That's too
You
much hustle
playing
out
with
here.
me?
Too much hustle out here.
You know, yeah, yeah, you're right.
Too much
You're
hustle
right.
out here.
I see. You know what bothers me is whenever I see a woman that is hustling and working multiple jobs, and her man has one job,
You see
or
a single woman. That's what you see.
basically, but you see it. I've seen it so many times, so many times. I get tired of hearing, well, what if he this and what if he that. One thing that me and Kay can definitely say, we get out there and hustle. Instacart, um, Lyft, um, DoorDash, Amazon Flex. If I can get out there and hustle, then you can get out there and hustle. I don't want to
It
hear
goes
about. I don't,
back to what I said. It's that jealousy factor. They will get jealous. They will resent you. They will be nasty. They will get,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's an easy
Yeah.
no for me.
I think it's a lot of men that won't admit that they are intimidated by a woman who makes more than they act like they don't care. It's no big deal. But I think it is a lot of men that have an issue with their woman making more money than them.
I think money also tells people say people don't change with money, but I think it allows a true personality to show. You know what I mean? Like I've seen the most humble of people when their partner was making most of the money. Let them catch a lick. I don't care if grandma died, however they got that lick and they came into a piece of change. Their true personality comes right on out. So it's not that they changed, but they're letting it come to the surface. So money is a they say weddings and funerals, yeah, money too. All of that brings it out.
At this point in my life, I've struggled so much, especially with raising my daughter. I'm not struggling. If you can't come into my life and make my life easier, make my life better, I can date someone who makes less than me, but you still have to be a provider. Because, like I said, my daddy made less than my mom, but he took care of all the bills. She never felt, his my daddy's motto was, if we walk in the house and flick the lights and the lights don't come on, I need my ass whooped. But he says, but if my kids can't read while I'm out here busting my ass, then I got a problem with that. Because if I'm pulling my part and I'm doing all of this, then I should have certain expectations of my wife. For me, how my dad seeing how my dad was, it's been so, I think that's part of the reason why I haven't been married. And a lot of people will say, well, you can't expect everybody to be like your dad. But my thing is what is a father supposed to do? A father is supposed to set the example by which his daughter is supposed to, what she's supposed to look for in a man. My dad would roll over in his grave if he knew I was splitting bills with a man, or even that I was paying more for anything than a man. But we live we live in a time where a lot of women, they don't have a problem with that. So, is good sex enough to keep you in a mediocre relationship?
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm,
Okay. Have you ever doubled back to an ex out of loneliness?
mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I've only
I
been
have.
lonely when I was with someone.
I
Mm-mm.
I've
have.
never been lonely alone.
I've doubled back. I've doubled back. It used to be a time in my life where I was uncomfortable being alone, and those were the times where I accepted a lot of stuff that I should not have accepted just to have someone. It took me a long time to be comfortable with myself. I was, but and part of it had to do with insecurity. So me being insecure, I felt like I needed the attention of a man. I needed a man. I needed a man to, even if he wasn't treating me right, the fact that he was there, um I tricked myself into believing that, well, he must want me because he's here. But I had very low self-esteem. And so it was like I just had to have a man. Now I don't even want to be bothered. But for the longest, I would double back with an ex just to say that I got just to say I got somebody.
Mm.
Would you stay if everything is perfect except the intimacy?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's perfect except for the intimacy.
Is intimacy sex or conversation?
However you want to define what, however you want to define intimacy for you.
Mm. Then no.
Kaylani. Oh,
Everything
it's past your
perfect except for the
bedtime. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, but what?
um if everything's perfect and the intimacy is out the door, will I stay? Yeah,
Even if the intimacy is missing.
because
That's where your loneliness will come from because you'll be wishing that that person on the other side of the bed was
but
someone who could hold you right or talk to you right or whatever your
because
form
it's
of intimacy is.
I mean, because anything could happen though. Anything could happen for that to happen. Because y'all know I'm analytical. I'm like, so if something health wise could happen to where intimacy is off the table, so we can still talk and all of the things or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just
I
That's
guess
why
it
I got
just
lost
depends.
because talking is intimate. Yeah.
yeah.
And like I said, it
Oh,
depends on
okay.
what you define as intimate. Have you ever talked to two men at the same time seriously?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
You done had
Rotated
two
pictures,
you done had
rotated
two
pictures and everything.
you had two
Yep.
boyfriends at the same
Yep.
time.
Yep. 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 Full
I can't
blown relationship.
I can't
Rotated pictures and everything. Well, one came up, me and him was over, and then the other one came up, me and him was there. Yep.
I,
Reverse,
I wasn't
reverse.
always the woman y'all see in front of you.
I can't. It's too hard. It's too hard for me to. I can't even date, even casually. I can't even focus on.
You care too much.
I can't. I can't. It ain't that I care
Too
too
much.
much. It's just too much. It's
You
too
care
much
too much.
work. It's too much work.
That's what
It
I
I've
is
said.
never.
now.
Uh-uh.
It
I've
is
never.
now. It is now. I agree. Now it is a lot of work. Then it wasn't. It wasn't.
I mean,
It was
whenever
hella
I was,
fun.
whenever I was younger, I was like, player. But it's like,
I was younger.
girl, I was player whenever I was younger. So yeah, yeah, okay. Have you ever realized you liked the attention a man gave you more than you actually liked him?
Mm. Mm-mm.
What was the question?
Because if I don't like you, your attention is disturbing.
Have you ever realized you liked the attention a man gave you more than you actually liked him?
I'm with Kimberly. I just mm, no. I'm with Kimberly on that. I'm with
I,
KB.
I think I've actually, now that I think of it, I actually had someone. He was chocolate, and he was as sweet as he can be. He would give me his last. He would give me his last, but it was just something about him that just didn't. I can't even explain it. He was the type of person that he would really. And I think I I talked to him before about on here before, but he would literally give me his whole check if I asked for it. Only thing he needed was some money for some weed, some lunch money, and gas in his car. He would literally give me his check, but it was number one, he snored, and that I couldn't, I could not deal with that.
How
And
did you
then
know he snored?
we was in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
I
was in a
missed that part.
relationship. Oh yeah, we was in a relationship. But I circled back to him. I think I tried me and him. I tried to tell him like that's the one that I told you when we broke up, and then he came back because his he said that the reason that he left is because he couldn't deal with what I confided in him. But then once his
Right. Okay.
daughter,
I
Mm-hmm.
remember.
that one, and the one that is like a beer can, but he don't know what to do with it. He just, yeah, yeah. So I tried because he was such a he would give me when I say anything. Only thing he wanted to do is just he would give me anything I wanted. And so I tried to make myself be with him because he was a good guy, but I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't do it. Okay. If chemistry, consistency, and finances were all with different men, which one are you choosing? The one with the money, the one with the passion, or the one who shows up every day?
Oh, I knew none of them actually.
I I don't
Who wants
understand the
somebody to
question.
show up broke every day? Like,
No,
I mean, I like
Cause he
consistency.
gonna be the first one there. Broke ass.
what is that when he shows up every
The
day?
last
But look,
person I just met
hold on,
my
hold on,
last
hold on,
job.
hold on, hold on. The one that shows up every day.
The broke one.
Yes.
Look. He's the one that
Your
if you
shit.
look, listen, Kay, he's the one that's washing your car, cutting your grass. He's the one that if you have a flat tire, he's not gonna be the one that gonna tell you, well, baby, you got AAA. AAA will get there before I do. He gonna leave wherever he is, and he's gonna come make sure that you are good.
Because he ain't out making
We
money.
we,
He
we didn't say
never
we didn't
said
say that we didn't say he was broke. We
no.
just said there's one
What
who
is
got the
what
money.
is
No, I said
it?
if chemistry, consistency, and finances were all with different men,
Mm-hmm.
finances could be this man over here making well over six figures, and this man over here making 80,000. The man who shows up every day might be making 80,000. This one over here making six figures, but he don't listen. But he okay, so okay, so what if the one who got the money is not the one that you can depend on?
I need it all.
Mm-mm.
I need. I
No, 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 no.
okay.
What
If I can't have
the
it all, I don't want
rules
neither one.
are?
I don't want
You
neither
got
one of them.
you got to choose.
I don't want neither one of them. My choice is I don't want either all of the none of the above.
my
I
choose.
don't want.
My choice is WO, the woe man. I'm choosing me. I'm by myself. I'm good.
Okay, who y'all choosing? Everybody in chat. Oh, somebody said money. Hold on. A lot of these women saying money.
Because money, what comes with money is mean.
Okay. So he ain't got to spend no time with you. And if he got the money, then he paying for your AAA, so you can just you get a flat tire. He ain't got to come change the tire. You just call AAA. I don't know. I kind of like I might need one with money too. I might need one with money. Okay. Ever gone through a man's phone and found exactly what you expected?
No, I don't go through men's phone.
Mm-mm-mm.
I have. Mm-hmm. I went through plenty of
The
phones.
question is, did you leave afterwards?
No,
See? So what was
but
the point?
but the thing is, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. What I did and accepted then is not what I would do and accept now. But no.
I
I
ain't going
stay.
through no phone. If it get
Hmm.
to the point where I gotta go through your phone, bye, bye.
Now I ain't gonna say I never go through a phony. I ain't even gonna sit there and tell that. I ain't even gonna sit there and lie. I will go. I will if I suspect I'm one of those people. I can't stand for you to be out here making a fucking fool out of me. So if you give me reason to feel like something is going on, I don't have time to wait until it reveals itself, and I can't just out and out accuse you and I don't have proof because I could be wrong. But I'm not going to sit up here and wait until you slip up. If you make me feel to the point that something going on, I'm going to tell you I'm one of those chicks. I will go through your phone. But at this point in my life, if I go through your phone and I find something, I'm gone. I'm gone. But yeah, I'm
The
going to tell you,
conversation I've had is that um, I'm a reasonable woman. I mean, literally, I said this to him. I'm a reasonable woman. I consider myself a fairly intelligent woman, maybe not as intelligent as some, but certainly more intelligent than others. And the fact that I just feel uncomfortable enough to wonder about what's in your phone tells me that respectfully, I need to make an exit. So keep your phone. I'm not interested. But I just want you to know you've fallen short of making me feel secure in this relationship.
okay,
I'm with you, KB.
I'm going through that damn phone. Uh, um, have you ever been the other woman knowingly or unknowingly?
I say, yes, I have been unknowingly because he was dealing with the woman, even though it was a situationship, I guess. He and I then went into a relationship and then he cheated with her. So that made me feel like I was the only woman. She was before, during, and after me. So we good.
Mm,
Him telling me that, no, you're the one that did this, that, no, I don't care. I was the other woman as far as I'm concerned.
okay,
Huh?
okay,
Huh? Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Have you have?
Hmm.
Is it knowingly or unknowingly?
Both.
Same, same. I've been the other woman knowingly and unknowingly. I've even been the other woman to an ex before. Yeah, I've been the other woman to an ex before. That's some soul ties. Um, have you? Oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna answer this one first.
What?
Have you
That's your first.
ever? Have you ever confronted the other woman, or would you confront the other woman? Hell yeah, I have. And if it's my husband, I will again. Okay, your turn.
Who is-
Mm-mm.
KB?
I've gotten the phone call that, hey, Barbara, this is Shirley.
No, I'm talking about you. We talking about
Yeah,
you, not with
Yeah.
them. I've
I'm
got
not.
plenty of those phone calls. I'm talking about
yeah.
with you.
Mm-mm. No, I'm not, because I hold my cards too close to the vest. I don't even want you to know I was bothered like that. But if you come by my house on Wednesday morning, you'll see the trash is out and you can have them.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not calling. I'm not confronting nobody.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. But I'm like KB. I have gotten the calls. I got gifts to
I'm not gonna
go with the
call,
calls.
but I ain't gonna call, but I will confront. Ever
How you gonna
kept
confront?
some?
How
If I
you gonna
catch y'all
confront?
out somewhere,
Oh.
if I catch y'all out somewhere, or if your car is in her driveway,
You going to her house?
no, I ain't gonna go in the house. I'm just gonna sit out there and wait till he come out. Yeah. I'm saying this now, but I don't know whenever it happened. I might, but I know who I used to be. Yeah, I was about that life. Um, Ever kept someone around just for the attention? This kind of like goes back to what we said before.
Mm-mm. No, but I tell you, I tell you what, I forgot about him. I had a friend we were talking to, and he kept swearing up and down he was ready for the relationship phase and all of that. I was like, I don't know. Some tells me you're not done, dabbling out in the streets. Sure enough, I drive by. I mean, there's so many streets in Kansas City. I ended up driving by a street that had his car, and I know it was his because it had the license plate on it. And his birthday was the next day. So I drive by, I see the car, and I'm like, oh, I know where who lives here. I leave and I go and get a couple of balloons because I'm figuring he's gonna think I'm just putting balloons on this car. You know, he ain't gonna trip. Little did he know, me and my girlfriend have painstakingly put paint in the balloons, put it on the car, poked a needle in it, and let the paint seep out all over his car overnight, all while he was there. Yeah, that was a good time. I had forgotten about that.
What happened whenever he came out and
I don't know. I have no idea. Went to Sprint and changed my number, and he
Went
didn't know
on.
where I lived. I did run into him some years later. He was like, "Yo, you crazy?
I
You
never
crazy, yo."
look. Now that we didn't call, now we talking about crazy stories. I have snatched off some windshield wiper blades. Yeah, I
yeah.
snatched some screws on up off the car. What you
I
doing?
I lipstick the car before. I
Yeah.
lipstick the car
No,
and
I ruined that paint job.
baby,
You don't know I was pissed.
I lipstick his windshield. I wrote all kinds of stuff
Oh,
on
I
there.
broke a window.
Yeah, I did that.
I broke a window. Not broke like literally broke it out, but I had slammed the door to the car. So,
Mm-mm.
oh Lord,
No,
I still remember. Yeah.
I busted a window and tail lights and head lights and keyed up a car. And he was a
I
police
took
officer.
the windshield
He was
wipers off of a
he
car
was
that had
he
the
was a
village
Atlanta red
flag
dog,
still
and
on it.
I showed him that I keyed up his car, and I keyed up his car in the actual um where they park the cars before they pick up
The carpool?
the police car
That's funny.
down at City Hall East. Showed it, keyed up his car. I showed it. He was a Atlanta red dog, drug
Mhm.
squad. Came back, keyed his car. Um, I know y'all ain't never did that.
What?
Ever block someone and then unblock them later?
No.
Okay.
Because I meant that.
Right. I don't do that. I don't go. I don't know if you could see if they mess. I don't do nothing. Once you block, you block.
I know somebody that would block the guy that she's with, but then she would go to her other page, and they want me. She would go to her other page and watch his page from her ghost page of what he doing.
Mm.
I just
And this woman not was this woman in her 50s.
see. I just I ain't even
Or
got
she
enough.
or
Like
she'll
you
but
can't even call
or
me
she would block
unknown.
him. She
Right.
would block him and she would block and unblock, block, unblock, block and unblock, block and unblock. I ain't got time for that. Okay. Um, we already did that one. I already did that one. Okay, what's worse, a man cheating physically or entertaining multiple women emotionally?
That's the same. Because
Hmm?
if it was one woman and you were doing it emotionally, I would say that's worse. But if it's multiple women, how it's
You
the
got to
same.
choose one. Which one is worse? A man cheating
It's the
physically?
same. It's the
No,
same.
you got to choose one, Kay.
Oh my God, you going to like my answer? I can't answer then.
Okay, y'all
I
in chat
can't do it.
answer.
I'm going with physical. I ain't never caught emotional HIV. Because honestly, emotionally, most men aren't equipped to handle one woman emotionally. So all he's doing is he out there playing around, and he thinks
Mm-hmm.
he's doing
Playing
something,
mind
but
games.
yeah, he's
So
not.
what if it's one? What if he's got one that he you got he's cheated physically, or he has one that he is tied up with emotionally? Because I've known of situations where a man has And I'm one of
Well,
those
no,
people.
if he has her, if you got, if it's emotional driven, he already gone.
Yeah, that's
Let
his
me
So
ask
woman.
you this. Let me ask
That's
you this
his
because
woman.
I know me. Have have you ever cheated emotionally but not physically?
Mm-mm.
me, me, yes, and me.
I'm asking both of y'all. Kimberly already said no.
Mhm.
You've never cheated emotionally and never physically.
I think I have. I think I have. I think I have.
I know that I have. I know that because
With
you
the
can.
with the work husband. You know how they
Hmm.
call it, the work husband. You
Hmm.
know, with the work husband. I keep in mind I was young though, yeah. So it was, yeah. It's back then you don't know. You're not thinking he's saying all the right things because this person is nothing ever happened, but I could talk to you about things, and of course you're gonna. I, I'm you gonna say all the right stuff. You never badmouth him because everybody know I ain't play that. But yeah, I think I caught emotional feelings for him. Like nothing that I expressed or anything, but I think I did feel some way. Yeah, that I should.
I've done it before. And it's like for me, going back to my insecurity and being a runner, I had the mentality that I'm gonna fuck you before you fuck me. And we ain't talking about physically. And if I felt like I felt like my feelings were more stronger than your feelings, I would purposely go out and entertain someone else so I would feel like you don't have that much control over me. But at the same time, I've been in relationships before where, a lot of times people get in a relationship, they start taking everything for granted. It's like he don't see you anymore. But you still in love with him. You love him and that's who you want to be with. And if he would just act right, if he would just act right, it would be great. But he wasn't giving me what I need emotionally. He wasn't there for me spiritually. And that's the time whenever somebody slips in who, like you said, with him, he was out running the street because they're trying to be a little dope deal. He out running the streets and all this other stuff. And so I'm in love with him still, but he's not paying me any attention. And that's whenever this other guy slipped in and he was calling and we was talking and will come meet me out. We go out, we go have some drinks, go eat, and he was telling me I was beautiful. And we never had sex, but he was giving me everything. What was the song? Everything I Miss at Home. He was giving me everything I miss at home. And I saw a quote, it's been some years ago, where it says, it basically said that she don't want to keep meeting different men and giving her body to different men. She just want the nigga that she with to get his shit together. And a lot of women, there's a lot of women that, well, they cheat emotionally and physically, but it's not because they want to. It's just that the person that they love is not giving them what they need. And then I'm learning that men do it. Men go through it too. I was the one who's emotional grip on him, and while it hasn't stopped his other relationships, they never go the distance. Okay. Um, and then this is gonna be the last one. I think. Oh no, it ain't. Be honest. Are men confused about what women really want, or are women finally honest about what we require? And so now they are confused because of what we once accepted. And let me know if I need to explain that again.
Yes. Explain that
Did
again.
you get it? You get it, Kimberly?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, okay. Are men confused about what women really want,
Hmm.
or are women finally honest about what we require? And so now they are confused because of what we once accepted. Since you understand, Kimberly, you go first.
I think women have always been clear about what we wanted, but we just haven't stood on business. With women now standing on business, men have no choice but to listen.
I don't think that they necessarily listen. I think that there's when they say women are so complicated, it's because we like you said, we weren't standing on business. And I always, like I said, society beats us down so much that we don't really say what it is that we need, or what it is that we used to not say what it is that we need. We used to always hear y'all women always male bashing and all this other stuff. So a lot of us started to shrink back because we didn't want the brothers to think that we was male bashing, and they were saying that we weren't supporting them. So we didn't want them to think that we weren't supporting them. But now women, the 4B movement is real. And so it's like now not only are we educated, we can afford our own homes, we got our own stuff together. um Now, considering we used to accept so much, and now that we no longer accept it. Yeah, they are confused because they still expect us to still be the same way that we were before, and now that we're not, it's a problem.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think I go both ways with it. Um, it's a lot of women out here that don't know what they want. They think they know what they want, but they really don't know what they want. Once they get it, they like, oh, it's really not what I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, no. So that will confuse guys. I can't speak for all women. I can speak for me. I know what I want. I know what I will and won't put up with. And if a man is confused, then that's him. That's him because I make it be known. So I
Do you think men know what they want,
no.
No.
Kimberly?
To gain
Do
the
you,
most and give the least, yes. Oh, I don't
I
think they've
agree.
ever been confused with that.
Mhm.
I agree. I Men always say that women are so complicated, and I think that women are less complicated than men. Because only thing that if a man is loving you right and treating you right, even the strongest woman is gonna fold
Hmm.
under the right man. As long as if you come to me and you show me that I can trust you and I can rest my heels, that's all that I want. And even if I am tough and you feel like, this only thing I want you to do is to show me that I can trust you. But a lot of men like they don't have time for it. But with men, it's like they want a woman with natural hair, but they don't like weave. They want a woman with natural hair, but it has to be a certain type of hair.
Yeah, can't be
They
too
they
short.
don't like they don't like the BBLs and the fake this and the fake that, but
That's who
that's
you
what they
want.
pursue. That's what they pursue. They want a woman that knows how to cook and clean, but when they ask you what you bring to
No.
the table and you say that you cook and clean, they say, "Well, shit, I already know how to do that." It's like I feel like men don't know what they want, but if you ask them, they say that we're more confusing than they are.
Mm-mm. They don't know what they want. Some of them, I can't speak for all, but some of them don't know what
A
they
lot
I
of them.
think there's a fellow who, used to wear his suits and be in the dark that has really turned a lot of men against their own interest.
Is his name Kevin Samuel?
It might be. I thought you
want.
said we weren't name dropping.
Oh, honey, baby, he dead. Not only he is neither
We
one of
the
our
only
men. He
Kimberly, we
is
the
neither
only one
one
to
of
be
our
following
men.
the rules.
He is neither one of our men, and he is dead. He is dead, dead. He died. He died on top of her. She died on top of him, but he did. He gone.
Mm-mm.
It's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
think
men that I really.
he did a lot
He
of damage before he left, and that damage still reverberates and
Ooh, she
ripples.
married him after 11 years. Now she miserable.
not
And
only did
whatever
he.
you tolerate as the girlfriend, it don't get better because you say I do. Ooh, it do not get better because you say
Mm-mm.
I do.
It gets worse because then
It
you
gets
trap.
worse.
It
It
gets
gets
worse
worse.
because then you
Stop.
trap.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, Kimberly. Kevin Samuels, it made so many men emboldened, and they feel like it's like now they feel like they're the prize. And all these men, even the ones who ain't got a pot to piss in, they feel like they are. What's the name? The word he used to use? Uh, um, what's the man? What's the word he used to use to describe a not a
A high value.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. Even the ones who ain't got a pot to piss in feel like they're high. I mean, men. Whenever I'm in these groups, it's like men nowadays they want the soft life more than we do. They want soft life more than we do. So this
I
the
don't even
last one.
understand why they follow him so much. Because when he died, I want to say the lady was a nurse, which means she should have been equipped with that kind of trauma and all of that. That lady couldn't wait to get out that door. Like
Exactly.
not even for that. She wasn't curious enough to stay around and rob him blind. She could not wait to get away from him. And it's like that's what y'all want. That's how you want to die, is it? But I will say this: my mother has been in a couple of nursing homes, and I ain't seen nothing look lonelier than an old man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day comes and goes. It ain't crowded. Average Sundays and weekends, they're not so visited. Bingo games, they're not used to being in communion. They're used to trying to use and get over and do this and that. And so those are some miserable old men. And them player days is short compared to
Mm-hmm.
how long misery lasts.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a
Baby,
bad looking
I
thing.
done seen some classmates that was hoes back in the days. I'm like, what are you drinking?
Mm-mm.
You
Man,
done fall apart. Can't even recognize some of them. Like,
mhm.
baby, that whole life wore them out.
Look, they've been worn down. They've been worn down. And the thing is that Kimberly favorite thing, nurse in a purse. Now here they come. You done ran through all these women, and now they keep saying that they can't find a good woman. Women don't want no relationship no more. Women don't just y'all done ran through it. We tired. We we tired. And they say whenever men go into the nursing home, they are the family don't visit them, the
Mm-mm.
kids don't visit them. And then some of it is like you didn't take care of your children, you didn't treat your children right, you cheated on their mama, you beat on their mama, you was running around her being the whole papa was a rolling stone. Also, so you don't built up a lot of resentment in your children. You didn't build a relationship with your children. And so now they don't put you in a nursing home and you're gonna end up dying alone.
In
And it's
that corner.
men in that corner, impotent. They don't
Mhm.
even work no more. All right, ladies. Well, we got one last question. I'm asking you guys because you guys have been married before. Should marriage have an expiration date? In this day and time? Should marriage have an expiration date?
Just like a fishing license.
I don't think
Renew
so.
it if you wanna.
I don't think so. I don't think you should have an expiration date on it, but I also don't think you should sit it in a situation that you're not happy. I don't be in a
That needs
marriage
an
just because
expiration
it
date,
don't
right?
have a expiration date. I don't think you should stick around if I baby, because I tell you in a minute, we could just if I ain't happy, I'm choosing happiness. If we could just buy a brand new house, if I ain't happy, you in this house. I'm sticking around for
I used to be this really romantic thinking person, didn't believe in prenuptial agreements. If he don't want me to sign a prenuptial agreement, I won't, because I feel like my love should be sustaining and all this other stuff. And no, marriage should not have an expiration date. And now I truly believe that I think it should, because a lot of people say that if marriage had an expiration date, then people would quickly get out of a marriage. But
Or
I
men will
feel
get their
like
act right.
I feel like if marriage had an expiration date, if you really want it to work, you're gonna do everything you can to make sure that that person wants to renew their marriage. But
it. What's the point? if it's an expiration date, what's the point?
The
It's just
expiration
gonna wear
date,
out. But see, when you
huh?
say expiration date, so you have the option to renew, or
Mm-hmm.
it's just or it just expires.
You need to renew it. Same way you renew your driver's license.
Okay, so
You need to renew it. No, I'm not saying it expire. No, you
oh,
let's
okay.
say
See,
let's
that's
say
why I answered the way I did because I'm like,
mhm,
I just thought it was an expiration
mhm.
date. Okay,
No, a lot of people don't act right until their back is against the wall. I mean,
right.
think about when you were in
So
school
if
and
they
that
have the
paper
option
was
to
due May
renew,
5th.
yes,
You didn't do it.
absolutely,
You didn't do it until late April at best.
right.
Yeah. I firmly believe, and then just watching, especially with us women now that we're educated, we have our own houses, we're making good money, and just watching, even though I'll be a thousand now, but just watching like what Candy is going through with Todd, and what Holly Berry has went through, Janet Jackson, Mary J. Blige,
Tiana
Star
Taylor.
Jones, all of them. It's like now men, we're the target. We're the target. I really, to be quite, I don't even know if I really want. Sometimes I want to get married, sometimes I don't. But I really feel like, then people hold you hostage. I know of a lot of people where, he running from signing, so she got to put it in the newspaper and all that other stuff. If it had an expiration date, it's just as simple. Once it's over, it's over. You go your way, I go my way, and that's it. So the people in the chat, before we close it out, do you think that marriage should have a expiration date? Because to be quite honest, marriage now is a business. It's not like it used to be. You know, I hate to say it, but we ain't living by the Bible. We're not living by the Bible, and marriage is supposed to be geared towards the Bible. So if we're not living by the Bible, then what's the purpose? It's not sacred. A lot of people say marriage is just a piece of paper. It's not sacred anymore.
I still respect the covenant of marriage,
I
though.
do.
Same.
I truly truly do. But a lot of people, I feel like this. People say, well, marriage is just it's just a piece of paper. Whenever, from a woman's perspective, if a man loves me enough that he wants to commit to me for the rest of my life and change my last name, that speaks far more over being a long-term girlfriend. There's so many benefits that comes with the marriage. He wants to cover you. If I die, you get my social security. um Even though people say, well, you can set up insurance, you don't have to be married, it's just the institution of marriage is, like, to me, the highest form of a couple committing to each other. That means that we say that we're going to stay together for the rest of our lives.
Which a lot of times when they cheat is why it's the highest form of disrespect.
I
Hmm.
can't stand you, Kimberly. I really can't. Especially whenever you be
So
talking
true
shit.
though.
Especially
You
when you
ain't
be
wrong
talking,
when you're right, KB.
when you be talking that talk.
You ain't wrong when you're
You
right,
ain't wrong when
KB.
you're right. You ain't wrong when you're right. All right, ladies, it's time for us to shut it down. It is been 2 hours and 43 minutes on this Galentine's live. And I believe that the next one for next month is going to be on Mrs. Is it
Maybe.
Mrs. Yes,
Is
Mrs.
it back to
Bonet.
me? Okay.
Yeah, it's back
It's
to you,
back to
baby.
you.
It's
Let me
back to
get to
you.
thinking about our spring fling then.
Hey,
Mhm.
you got a date that you want to put out there for the
Not
people?
yet. Hadn't even thought about it. We'll get to it though, for sure.
Okay.
What's going to be the theme for the spring fling?
Right.
St. Patrick's. Aha.
That ain't no spring fling.
Spring. Yeah, I
Good
guess
night,
not.
Coco.
Maybe we all need to come in here with our hats on.
Yes, Dell, you are blessed. Dell's been married for 50, 11 years.
I
He
I
said
said
she could renew
11.
her
know,
marriage over and over
11.
again.
girl. I don't even.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I'm like, how can Dale be married for 50 something years? Because, girl,
Well, I think she
11.
said 50,
you should
11.
get
I'm not
married
sure.
when
11.
you was
I think
born.
she said 27 years. I'm not sure.
That fit 11.
But that's a
That's
lot of good mornings.
a lot.
It is. I often wonder when I see people that have been married for like 50, 60, even 70 years. How, how did you not kill each other?
Hmm.
How did
Let
you
me say anything.
how did you not kill each other? I even think that whenever I get married, I'm gonna be okay with us sleeping in separate beds, separate rooms. We can get together whenever it's time to.
Y'all know
But
I got to have my own room in the house.
yeah,
I got to have my own room. I ain't got the necessity,
you
but
can
I
come
got to have
spend the
a
night
room
in
where I
my
can call
room.
home.
I come spend the night in your room, and then some nights we just don't. Yeah, I think so. All right, ladies, well, we about to shut this thing down. And remember, the people who are still watching, the community chat is open. You can post what you want to post. You can say what you want to say. We can continue this conversation over there. All
Sounds good.
right, beautiful ladies.
Good
My
night.
three sisters. We will holler at you guys later. Thank you for watching.